Nurglism.
Not quite so much Nurglism, because Nurglism is very much aligned to the evil. There's not so much destructiveness with the Discordians.
Whoa. What's all this about Nurgle being evil?
I don't like how you're talking about my grandfather. No.
Nurgle is just a cycle of life and death.
With some malice. Okay, so a lot of malice.
Okay, so like, there's... And then there's the whole kidnapping the goddess, eating her,
quite creepy
diseases all day. But apart from that, great guy, nice chap.
Yeah, lovely.
It's a bit like what did the Romans ever do for us, but evil addiction.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I was eating chips and
pizza apparently
destroying the head of a perfectly good shandy.
Yes.
And setting up a stream. Which I still don't know if I've got the audio right.
Amelia, weren't you setting up a stream as well?
What? That I was playing, or what are you talking about?
Can we not? Can we not? Like, at the moment I go broadcasting, can we not?
Oh, I mean, it's not that bad. Amelia, because you went to go pee. That's setting up a stream.
I got it.
Oh, fair enough.
That's already passed, though.
Pizza. Yummy.
Alright, I need to share this now.
Look at my very yellow camera. Why is my camera so yellow? Am I in the realm of sickness?
Yellow. Can't see.
I don't see you.
Refreshify? Or... Hang on, let me refresh.
Hang on, I gotta watch these ducks first.
Nope, still yellow. Excellent.
If only they didn't make so much noise.
God, remember when Wesley had a bird?
It probably still has it.
Just every...
Sounds like a beer factory or something.
It's good that Wesley had a bird, though, because it sets him up for dealing with death more. He had a tough time with that.
It sounds
it's
like
rough if you're not exposed enough.
If that voice...
It looks hilarious.
There he is.
When he looks this way, there he is. You see
It looks like a pirate. He's got an eye patch.
He's got the pirate mic.
He's actually frozen for me, and he's done it like a majestic chip-eating...
But his lack of response looks like he can't, or makes me think he can't hear us.
Maybe he doesn't know we're talking about him.
Oh, he does. I know what he's like. He is stoic man.
This is all I can see on my screen because it's frozen.
Maybe he's just enjoying the attention.
Well, he's not pulling very many faces, but I think that's because he's busy eating.
That needs to be his profile pic.
Yeah, that's frozen on my screen right now.
That's perfect.
It's like he's taking out the chip.
Perfect. He looks like an ad for whatever he's eating.
Or he's stuffing it up his nose.
Gamer bits for real gamers.
I think it might be your end that's broke.
Probably. Let me do a...
I can't see Trike anymore either. Well, I see Rich now. But...
I just pressed refresh, that's why.
Hang on, I think I heard him chewing. Oh, a whole sandwich arrives, or is it a piece of pizza?
It's pizza.
Could be a calzone.
Is a pizza not a type of sandwich when you really think about it?
No.
Okay.
An open-faced sandwich is not a sandwich. A sandwich requires at least two sides.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But then
it was bread's fault, so it's pretty specific.
Yes, but it doesn't have bread on the top. You either have bread on the top and bottom, or bread on the left and the right. bread has to be on two sides for it to be a sandwich.
Haven't cleared it.
If you
I have
fold
to-
your pizza, then it is a sandwich.
That's a calzone.
Technically, a hot dog is a taco.
Yeah, because it's open from the bottom up. El taco. El taco. But El Harache. Warache.
Oh, you can hear us.
Yeah,
I think
See, I
it's
told you
enjoying
to hear
the
you.
attention or something. That's good.
No, he just gives
I
zero
adore him
fucks
for
when he's
that.
shoving his face full of pizza. Which, to be fair, if I had pizza, I'd give also 0 fucks. I bet he's
he's
even
not-
looking at his like stock market right now, like pizza, nom nom nom, winning life, nom nom nom.
Yep,
We're
that's
talking
the
about
Yeah.
we
You got him.
No, I would.
Was that you two that did say that like your stock things were doing well?
Yes.
Congrats! I hope
What do you
that it
have-
keeps going up.
Pointy, heady microphone.
What do you guys
in eyes,
have stock in?
He has stock in Microsoft.
I have stockings in
get
the closet.
And Bitcoin and a whole bunch of other bits and pieces.
Oh,
Just here or there.
He has stock in Papa John's as well, apparently. Oh, I've not had a Papa John's in ages. Well,
You know
Domino's
what?
over Papa
You know
John's.
what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Bytecoins, and they're gonna be worth 8 times as much as Bitcoins.
God
You
damn
can
it,
get
man.
Elon's attention.
How many slices of pizza you got left, Rich?
I feel like I
That's it.
should have jumped
And
on of the.
God, you did do the finger thing, like.
I raised him well.
For what?
I should have gotten in on the whole
grew from a
hype
petri
when it
dish.
started, but then I realized that money is boring.
Money is very useful at finding things that aren't boring, though.
Yeah.
I just call them beer tokens. That's the way I go forward.
How have you got pizza on your glasses?
That's where I
No.
put it.
It's
He's saving it for later.
it's got
Ah.
glasses on his pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, hang on. I am way too loud. What is going on here?
Right, let's
Screw
wait
it.
for
I
him
don't
to sort
care.
out his
I'm gonna
screen
have to be
update.
loud. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. Let's see if we can make your week an even better week with a session of Dungeons and Dragons.
You're going to kill us all, aren't you?
Oh no, never. Never. Dungeon masters don't do that. Enemies do. That sounds like a song. Dungeon masters
Go-
don't kill
Kill
you.
people, enemies do.
Enemies do.
Goldie looking chain, that is.
Can we have does anybody want to volunteer a recap of last session? I know it's been a couple of weeks. We had a bit of
Almost ass handed to us. Well, one particular ass was almost handed.
What are you on about?
I have a bottle cap, but no recap. Let's see.
I can't read that. Contracts in council. Okay, right, okay. Why I'm failing to see how that has any relevation to Tao Ti Xing. Okay.
It was slipping in my foot.
Musk of Elon. It's my new perfume.
Musk of Elon.
Ew.
A bit of gooch, you know, just
Yeah,
a
it
bit
doesn't sound
Just some
very.
taint, you know.
of a bit of my
Elon.
Chanel Bill Jobs.
Lovely.
Bill Jobs.
Yeah.
When
Anyway,
they do
let's have-
eventually,
That's,
when they do eventually bury him in a pyramid on Mars,
Voila.
and later archaeologists find his mummified corpse, it'll be Elon's husk.
Oh, good God.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
Yeah. So
Hang
ass
on.
handing. That's the cap.
right, let's
Voila.
start the session, guys.
All right.
That Chanel the Bill Jobs smells like one of his butt cheeks of Steve Jobs.
Okay.
No? Ah.
I'm so, I don't know Chanel the Bee Jobs or whatever.
The B Jobs.
Never mind. You didn't get it. I'm disappointed.
No, I think I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Anyway, without going too far down a rabbit hole, we're going to come back round again. So we pop
I
up the
believe
other
there was a
side.
plant.
There was indeed a plant. There was a equivalent of a yellow musk, is what it was technically called. I'd say Lokai is very familiar with this, and even Azaka is. The result of this yellow flower was a swarm of yellow musk zombies, which is a mixture of humanoids that have been trapped by this thing. Or actually, I think you even got kind of charismaed into this thing. You
Oh yeah, it got me several times.
in your flank of Attemptus.
But I
then
do
you
want to
came-
point out, I said I've got this, and then in fact I did have it.
No, you kind of got your ass saved.
No, I beat the thing.
Mm-hmm.
did kind of. You came across a couple of people who were part of the encounter who helped the scenario. But what didn't help the scenario was a low-high frost attack.
Could have made
That's-
new friends.
Yeah, making friends
Could
with a
have.
bit of damage.
Should've,
Uh,
would've,
Could have, didn't.
and as far as I remember rightly, you guys decided to jump into the boats kind of very early morning, like it's still kind of dark, and just get the fuck out. Which does mean, Frosty, your spell slots are very light, I can imagine.
They're tapped. Gone.
Completely sapped.
I have some wild shape stuff.
I'll just look at my
Set up.
spell sheet list. Oh, I don't have any.
Thank you.
Rub it in.
And some of you are going to be struggling with a bit of exhaustion, actually, because you've only had a short rest.
It was during my watch, wasn't it, that it happened?
Yes.
So
Did
have
he
I?
not have second watch?
I was going to say, am I counted as having short rest? Because help me out here,
You
GM.
rested during the first watch. I
Yeah.
didn't. I'm gonna be the one that's tired. Because I had half of a short or of a watch of sleep.
Something.
Can't really tell time on half a watch.
I mean, it depends what time it is.
Yeah, only for
That's a
6
good
hours
point.
of the day.
Just looking something up, whether you can just get away with a short rest, but I don't think so.
No.
You have to have a long rest
Mhm.
Otherwise, you are.
at some point in a cycle of normal.
Yes. And as far as I'm aware, you guys got interrupted in your second part of your long rest. So I'm
Mhm.
counting that as you guys having a short rest instead of a long rest, because you guys decided to, rather than stay and continue along that long rest, you decided to.
No, it's gonna be just me.
I mean, it's up to the GM. If he says we've had short rest, we had short rest.
Fair enough.
Does
Yeah, I'm
that
going to say
mean
you
that?
guys have had short rest because you guys have been in combat.
Does that mean that when you do the watches, you also only have a short rest?
No.
See, this is the technicality side of it.
And I know this is me barging in, wrong hat for the day, but watches don't count against
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm just asking.
Well, a short rest can be as little as an hour, according to the original 5e rules, if we want to play it real simple.
But
So-
I'm going on the lines of you guys were in combat, were
Yeah,
interrupted in
that's
your
fine.
long rest.
So are we,
Alright.
for point of detail, are we exhausted or?
I'm going to say yes, you guys are exhausted after that long encounter. And it interrupted your long rest.
Now, while on the boat, is it possible for the people who aren't steering the boat to just basically take another short rest or
Yeah.
No,
No?
they are not places of sleep.
Oh,
Okay.
They are transport. And they are rather crowded, I might add. Oh, excuse me.
okay.
So for purpose, we have disadvantage on ability checks until otherwise rested.
We do have Lokai's hammock at the back of the boats.
I think it's just doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm cool with
It's
it.
it's kind of a flavour thing more than anything.
Yeah.
Touch of flavor.
I'll touch your flavour if you don't watch out. Wait, what?
What? Well, that's gonna. Amber's face summarises what I was thinking.
Is that going to be recorded or anything, or?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
that's
guys aren't
canon.
allowed to do that during the pandemic.
That's a good point.
Oh, not for that reason.
Also, a bit offended that we're not invited.
I mean, do you want me to touch your flavour?
Anyway, you begin your day through the darkness of the morning, navigating the river Shoshenstar. Where Ashe, you've been healed up a slight little, but certainly feeling the combat from the day before.
I think I was still short a hit point. I can't remember.
A hit point. Well, there we go. You went from redlining bloodied.
Oh no,
to
I've got it here. I'm actually down by 4 hit points. I'll put that on my character sheet.
You can have the. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that didn't seem right. Who else is here that eats?
That eats. All of us stupid people with
I think
our.
everyone consumes. No one's an animate object.
No. NPCs and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've got Azaka, we've got Autome.
Okay, so that's 7. Did you feed us today?
We haven't really
Not
had a
yet.
chance.
No.
We sort of had a fight and then ran away.
No. I'm.
Bravely might we add.
We're going off of the stuff from the day previous, so it's still the thing. There are 3 good shrooms left.
I believe I
Because-
had those at the end of the combat.
You ate. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Never mind then.
Scroll up, it's on the list. It says here, I give you my last 3 good shrooms.
Oh, okay,
and the rest
good.
of them healing.
So we're hungry too.
Yeah, but we have meat to deal with that.
Is it a cantrip, this good berry?
Oh no, that was a 1, but it's cast in the morning. So, like, I cast it in the morning and feed everybody. So I essentially take it till I only ever regen up to 3 of my level 1 spell slots because I'm always using good shroom.
Righto.
I mean,
But they're gone.
we've got food, and if need be, we can fish.
Yeah, I got spears.
For once, I wouldn't mind maybe some fish. I'm a little tired.
Fish.
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 I'll
Get on.
attempt to stab some fishies as we travel.
Coleslaw is just like,
But we need to have a
Groggy.
fire on the boat.
and a bit annoyed.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I have good sharp knives. We can have sushi. It's fine. I will send out a few threads and pins, and we'll get some fishing lines thrown out the back.
I do have some spikes.
Luckily, somebody would talk about
I think Coleslaw can actually use a cantrip to cook people's food.
Well, better than
Press the
that.
digitation.
Yeah.
Rather than wasting energy and magics and stuff, I do actually have a nice bag of charcoal and a standing metal burner specifically for situations like this because I saw
Perfect.
this coming.
But should we use the charcoal now, or should we maybe save it?
Depends if you want it vola cooked or if you want it possum cooked.
Who cooks it's
Oh.
irrelevant, but magic versus using supplies is my thing. I only want to use supplies when we have to. What if Coleslaw dies? Loki
Excuse me?
just says to Eric, like, what if Coleslaw dies? You know, we'll need those things from you.
Then I can burn wood and I can pick up charcoal next time we have a campfire. That's not a particularly difficult thing to do.
It's a fairly good plan.
Besides, we'll be in Port Nyanzaru by nightfall.
You say that.
There we go. Okay, so you begin your journey from the little landing area that you guys decided to camp out from. Instantly, some of you starting to feel the cold of the night. You guys have started to acclimatize actually to the jungle. Well, certainly with the heat. It's very much cold at the moment. Some of you feeling the aches and pains from combat, especially Warache, who was maybe
Brutally
a couple
fucking
of
savaged.
yeah, slammed to death by zombie type things. Your journey through the morning sort of passes sort of silently through.
Is there a breeze?
Yes, there is.
In which case, I would like to take a moment to stand on my side of the catamaran and flutter my cloak billowing behind me, looking wistfully ahead.
It is nighttime.
Yes, all the more dramatic, like silhouetted.
It's good there is a breeze because we can use that with the sails.
Okay, so I take it that's Cape of Billowing. That's
Yeah.
just good to know. Okay. Righto, that's that one used.
That's the correct use of it.
There is no rain at the moment, so you seem to have that on your side. And after some of you struggling to stay awake, you come across the morning. Let's just move, because you move 5 wibbles per day. Yeah. So you're traveling 2 parts of the morning. So by the start of the day, you're at this position. Can you see that party icon move?
Yes.
Okay. So you're rounding a huge bend with a very wide river. And there's the jungle that's just invading the river itself. It's just like large trees that are drooping inside it. There's the canopy that just kind of overhangs it. There's dark, shady areas around either side. And just something that catches your eye flying overhead is a couple of pterodactyls.
The PS Island.
Yes,
no, not when you say it.
I preferred the Dungeon Master's way of saying it. It's his word. I liked it.
I like it. Let's go.
Pterodactyls, like Harache. Being dyslexic, everything is said how it looks.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master. Thank you.
Yeah, the Dungeon Master, yeah.
Dungeon. And Chi won.
Yep.
Which is Amelia.
God damn it.
Also, Amelia needs to change to Chi-1.
Oh.
Oh, we still in Fallout mode?
Oh.
It's an accident.
How dare they?
Terrible.
We're gonna have a falling out if this keeps up.
It was an accident. It's fine.
What am I? I'm still
don't
Dungeon
know.
Master. That's fine. So Kai, Erica, El
Why?
Gato Cheese. Why what?
Hang on, let me just... Something's got a
Have
bit...
you not changed your name?
No, I have, but I'm still here as me. Oh, no, hang on. No, it's all right. You carry on, GM. Ignore me. Carry on with the game. It's more interesting.
Yeah, so the day begins. Some of you feeling very tired from the night's combat. And the dawn breaks. And the sun starts to lift over the canopy. And you start to begin to feel the heat of the day. How does the party want to proceed? You are slowly drifting along the river with the current.
Excellent. Well,
So,
I've already...
Well,
Oh, go on.
I think I'll be just chewing on the end of an unlit corncob pipe. And I'll just sort of tap the edge of my chin and... I am not so sure about visiting Port Nyanzaru. Not very favorable for me to be in such a place.
Oh, well, feel free to jump off the boat.
It looks wet. I do not like this.
We have to go back. I'm sorry, but we must go back and tell them what happened to Camp Righteous, and I have to talk to a murder lady.
Ah, a murder lady, you say?
Yeah, she's apparently very standoffish. I don't know if I have to murder a couple people first, but they were very dismissive.
Well, this may be worth the trip.
Which actually reminds me, seeing as we're getting pretty close to Port Nyanzaru, how much gold do we have?
Well, some of you might want to keep that secret. There might be I don't know. Was there a collective pot of coinage?
What do you need gold for?
What do you... Well, we're gonna have to pay a tune, aren't we? Or else we're never even gonna make it to port.
Pay who?
Surely all of you know of a tune.
Who's a tune?
I just
Azako's just like sharpening her nails with a knife. A Turin, you say? He is the creature that blesses and curses Port Nyanzaru. Blessing you and him with coin is surely a way to get in.
I'm baffled. How did you even get to Nyanzaru if you don't know about a tune?
I live here.
I tried not to go to Port Nyanzaru.
Holds up his arm, and he's got, the little tattoos with numbers on.
A portal, I think it was.
The possum just shrugs and checks a line.
Hold
The fishing lines, there are multiple fishing
Oh, right. Okay, a
Yeah.
line. What was it, like Q line or?
the fishing lines. If possible, I would also like to spin out my robot in spider mode to keep an eye out on interesting looking tree branches. I'm keeping an eye out for interesting fruit as we're going along. So I'm currently spidering it. I have a finger on each line so I can feel it twitch if anything interesting catches on it.
Could you make me a survival check, please, with disadvantage? Ooh, that's taking a mick.
Ouch.
You kind of drop in and out a little bit, sleep, and you realise that a lot more line has gone out than you realise. By the time you pull it in, it's empty. The food you had on the end, the shiny bits have gone.
It happens. That's why we have several lines.
Well then, says Coleslaw. Let me tell you the ballad of a tune. There once was a captain named Rail, his greed beyond the pale. A cargo hold chock full of gold, to Chult he would set sail, but his fortunes would soon turn, as the sea began to churn, and from down below's a dragon rose, its name he would soon learn. Oh, a tune of Port Nyanzaru, dragon turtle, great demands tribute in exchange for safe passageway. So swallow your greed, open your treasury, or you're bound to find yourselves at the bottom of the sea. Well, Drail remained unfazed as he held the monster's gaze, and in dragon's tongue a challenge he sung, "Go back beneath your waves. That gold belongs to me. My cannons be ready. I'll blow to hell your turtle shell. You'll make a fine trophy." Oh, a tune of Port Nyanzaru, dragon turtle, great demands that you pay your toll before it is too late. So swallow your greed, open your treasury, or you're bound to find yourselves at the bottom of the sea. A hail of cannonballs filled the air, but the dragon didn't care. And before too long the ship was gone, not a single soul was spared. 'Tis a cautionary tale. If the payment you should fail, you'll join the graves beneath the waves like greedy Captain Drail. Well, he lurks beneath the surface of the salty waves. He makes Kraken and Leviathan keep away. He's got teeth the size of daggers in his giant dragon's maw. If you ever were to cross him, he would surely eat you raw. The shell that's on his back can withstand every attack. It would take the power of the gods to ever make a crack. So swallow your greed, open your treasury, or you're bound to find yourselves at the bottom of the sea. So swallow your greed, open your treasury, or you might just find yourselves down at the bottom of the sea. And that is why we need bloody gold. Surely you've seen the ships disappear on the horizon.
I can't say that I have, Hudson. But I don't pay much attention to the ships.
The possum's currently thinking, why would a giant dinosaur, dragon, turtle thing need money?
Well, everybody's better off with a little bit of coin. Not that I can read what you're thinking, but...
It's customary. The ships that do not pay a tune get sunk.
Oh, every time.
He's pretty bloody good at what he does.
Where is he?
Just off Port Nyanzru is his usual waters. But some
Huh.
say that he all of Chult is his home.
So we could find him. And talk to him.
If we do not pay the toll, he will find us.
Well, what's the toll for? Is the toll for entering cults?
I don't bloody know. We just pay the bloody turtle so he doesn't eat us.
As a turtle, I don't think that I don't find that eating people is a great thing. But still, to find him, I always enjoy talking to gods. They don't usually talk to me though. What, Erica?
I fish out a piece of charcoal, and on the side of a plank, I just note, how? And I suggest you to offer money to mystical turtle thing. How?
Yeah, who do we give it to? That's a good point.
Well, if anybody is taking gold, I will take it.
It is often as Kosala says. Those boats who do not pay a fee to go out of Port Alliance will be sunk and scuppered by a greater terrain.
I tap the board. How?
How they get destroyed?
No.
No, how do you pay the? You can't get if it's not there. How do you give the turtle the money?
No, it'll be there.
The turtle finds you, as said.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess you want to see a god. I'm all for seeing a god. So many questions.
Well, what, we just wait until this thing shows up and then throw gold at it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Works every
well,
time.
I
we'll
think
deal
I'm
with
in
it
the
when it
wrong
shows up.
business. I think the god business sounds very lucrative.
Alright, I'll throw gold at it if it shows up.
I wriggle some of the letters round, and now it says who. Who profits from this? Why?
Yes,
They
the
don't,
god.
of course.
Well, I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, did you not listen to the bloody song? He makes Kraken and Leviathan keep away.
It sounds very much like someone I used to know. He did the same thing. When people did not pay him, their shops were mysteriously robbed.
That kind of just sounds like somebody was extorting somebody else and then punishing them for not following through. Am I getting that right? I don't understand these kinds of people and their attachment to money when you can just have this and that, and like a little mushroom pops out of the river and just
Well, Warachi, if you can speak Draconic, feel free to ask Atun about it when we see him. But don't do it on my boat.
I shall bear that in mind. I will leave the boat before insulting the god.
Okay. What does the party wish to do today? It's a brand new day. You're very tired, but you're afloat on the great river of Shoshenstar. That feeds the Bay of Chult.
I'll just lay around on the boat, enjoying. Is the sun out?
Oh, it's beaming. It's
Yeah.
early morning, and yet you can feel the heat is already beaming upon you. The
Do a bit
coldness
of
of the night has dissipated.
do a bit of sunbathing, and then keep one of the spears at the ready. And if I see a fish, I'll take a stab at it, see if I can catch one.
The possum's tinkering because, yes, the fishing lines are one thing, and they're reasonably effective most of the time. But while I've got a fishing line in one hand, I'm going to see if I can't tie a line around a crossbow bolt, because, my crossbow still works as I still have a light crossbow. So it'd be interesting to see if I could do like a harpoon, but miniature harpoon to stabby fish and reel it in again, because that sounds like my kind of cup of tea. That seems like a new job.
A spear gun / crossbow gun.
A mini one, yes.
Yeah.
A mini harpoon gun.
Yeah, just a fitting so I can stabby.
It takes you a little while longer than you would usually expect to do this, but you managed to tie off what you believe is a substantial knot around this bolt and have effective as a spear gun.
Oh yeah, I need to give myself exhaustion.
Yeah, there's a little.
Yeah,
box
I got
exhaustion.
it. One
Nice.
level of exhaustion achieved.
Yeah, so any ability checks are with disadvantage on your first exhaustion. Does the party wish to continue down the river Shoshenstar?
Well, now I'm just floating along on a boat.
Cat on a boat.
We're just going with the flow.
A cat on a cat's amaran on
Ah,
river.
So, anyone see any fish?
Unless they are in the sky, I cannot see them. I just gaze up at the sky. Just happily whistling away as the boat tootles around.
I just mumbled to myself, no, in this bloody jungle, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Use a loop of rope tied into a nice neat circle and drop it behind the ship so it tows along behind, knowing full well that a loop of rope creates a small area of still water, which is much, much easier to see through, and I can point my little crossbow through that. If I spot a fish, I can shoot a fish.
Does that work while we're moving?
I
Yes,
could
it
just
does.
I could just talk to them.
I don't like that idea.
You know,
Yeah.
the fish. But
Hey,
surely it's fine. Lokai starts performing the ritual of speak with animals.
hey, this fish you're eating's called Bob.
He has 300 children. He's been around.
Be busy.
They're all going to die now.
In which case, I'll keep an eye out to see if there's any interesting looking fruit, and I'll shoot that instead.
No. Though Lokai does go through the ritual of speak with animals.
Okay.
You know what?
To what end?
He sticks his head in the water and makes fish noises.
You don't get any of his fish responses.
And I just start calling out randomly under the water.
What, like
thing?
Dave, Bob?
No, like in
Dave.
various crocodile, all sorts of man, bear, pig, fish.
Fun fact for you, both sockeye salmon and greater spotted loaches, they communicate underwater by farting.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
I guess that's how this is going to go then.
All right.
Look,
Let me
I
just
just
turn around.
shouting out into the water.
Is the turtle alright? Is maybe he eats something bad?
Oh no, this is how he
Yeah, it's
usually is.
Turtle or loci? Both. Certainly both. You hear some singing.
From his
Oh. Well, what does the singing say?
Um,
Or is it
It's
just noise,
it's
sound?
just noise. Yeah, it's just harmonic, and it's kind of calming.
I pop my head out of the water. Cousin, come listen to this. And I like grab Coleslaw while
No,
he's
I'm
trying to drive the boat.
driving the boat.
And
like,
then he goes. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, no, Coleslaw can breathe underwater. He's just
Yeah.
prioritizing steering a la boat.
That's cheating.
Yeah, we can both breathe underwater for a ridiculous
Like-
amount of time.
I go, Amber. I point at the rudder as I'm, at the steering wheel or whatever the fuck it's called again, as I'm being pulled away.
Who's Amber?
Oh, Erica. Sorry.
And I like just dunk his head underwater with me, and I'm like, listen.
The harmonic noises, of which you heard before, Loci, no longer there.
What? I turn to look at Coleslaw. I'm like, I swear I heard this noise, and I start trying to imitate the sound underwater.
Coleslaw's just looking at you underwater and all annoyed, bubbles coming from his mouth. Just fucking.
And then I like wave off, and I keep my head underwater, and I just keep, hey, somebody was singing. Can you sing again? It was pleasant. Unless you're going to try to eat me. In which case, I guess I'll deal with it then.
You see a flurry of movement ahead of you, and then it, just as quickly as it appears, it disappears. But you don't hear any noise.
I'm going to stay until it times, and I'm just going to keep calling out.
Fucking Coleslaw like pulls himself back up and like, I'm going to go steer the boat again.
How long does your speak of animals last? At 10 minutes.
I believe it is either 10 minutes or an hour. Hold on. "10 minutes. And then a ritual, I can spend 10 minutes to cast it again."
Okay. 10 minutes pass. All you hear is the rushing of the water past your shell, past your face. You can hear the slight patter of Coleslaw steering the craft around the river, but no more singing.
Do I know what would maybe be singing in a river in my homeland?
No.
So this is completely like, what? This, nobody.
This was an alien encounter to you. Not of that kind.
Excellent.
Not Independence Day kind of aliens.
He hops out of the water and he does it again, and this is how Loci now spends the day. Just his head stuck in the water. Like,
I'm pretty sure
ass
the
up.
turtle is very strange in the head.
Everyone just nods.
And he just keeps calling out. So, like, for this whole process, then sitting down for 10 minutes, not talking to anybody, and just like going back in.
And the
Coleslaw,
possum just throws a hand out and gives a good old, what the fuck, hello face.
There was
The
singing.
board of Y appears again.
There was singing, and I'm
Whiteboard.
trying to hear it again. Do you know of anything that would be singing in this river, Erica?
In fairness, I'm not particularly experienced with rivers, so it's probably not my forte. I'm more of a city beast. Cities and Besides,
You're writing so fast.
No.
Coleslaw goes, I can tell. And he points at that harpoon crossbow that you have.
We need to make sure that her tongue gets fixed.
And he goes, you know, seeing as you're quite small, Erica, that harpoon thing works both ways.
Yeah, she could just climb on to me, though.
You
I'm pretty
catch
heavy.
something big enough, it'll drag you in the water, not the other way around. I've seen it done several times. It was funny each and every time. Also, it was fatal each and every time.
One of these times while I'm doing my little ritual, I try to talk to Mortimer.
Okay.
Or is he just unhappy with everything?
Mortimer is at the head of the helm. He's
Oh,
sort of
I
like,
can fly?
Yeah, he's majestic against the front of the boat.
He's having a Titanic moment.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's no other mini squirrel. And if you try to do the thing where you hold his arms to stretch them out, you imagine he'd be very upset because his arms are now 4 feet wider than they should be.
I mean, we've got a pseudo dragon around, so
Yeah.
I can't talk to the pseudo dragon. It doesn't like me.
Oh, it would be nice if they had a little.
I meant with,
romance.
in the bow of the ship.
Oh, that would be so adorable. Okay, so
I can show you the world.
yes. Okay, here's what's happening. I go up to Mortimer and I go, "Are you enjoying yourself?"
Today seems rather pleasant, yes. Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious if you needed anything specific. It's been a little bit since we talked. You haven't got my attention or anything. I just wanted to check on you. Is the beer to your satisfaction?
Yes, it seems satisfactory.
And the meat. That was Dave, by the way.
So
Dave.
this interaction, I can see the turtle having a
Squeak,
chat,
squeak, squeaky, squeak.
having squeaky squeak with
Squeak.
what otherwise looks like a wild animal that is behaving unwild.
Oh, it's kind of hands on hips, sort of tail fluffed up, and kind of majestic, looking at him like squeak, squeaking. Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Squeak.
But like he moves, he will like articulate with his hands, like he's clearly
very
talking
Italian with his hands.
Italian. Whilst this is going on, then I'd like to interrupt their conversation and I'd just tap on the turtle's back with my corncob pipe, and excuse me, has anybody perhaps inquired with this animal if it has always been an animal?
Coleslaw just goes, that's a bit racist.
Well,
I mean,
magical things can happen, and maybe he is otherwise incarcerated in his body.
he is very unsquirrel-like, I say in common. And I turn and I go, Mortimer, have you ever been something else?
I just point at Erica like, duh.
Yeah, like literally a talking possum.
I once dreamt I was a flying bird, but that was about it, yes.
Okay. I was just curious. You are very proper for a squirrel. Most
I
squirrels.
can just imagine this little squirrel being like,
Yes, he's very toupee about the situation.
Mhm.
I am exactly as I am. What more do you want to know?
I was just making sure nobody cast some kind of weird spell on you or did any kind of experiments on you. That's all. That's what he was worried about. I pointed at the cat.
I
You
just-
look at cat and just all you see is Warashe squeak, squeakity, squeak,
yeah,
squeak.
squeak, 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 squeak.
And at Lokai, all you hear is, well, I can assure you, I've always been this way. Ever since I woke up in a damp tree.
Huh.
Smelly tree, might I add. Full of
Wait.
rotten nuts.
Will Lokai eventually be able to wild shape other things besides himself?
It's called polymorph, and yes,
So you could actually eventually turn Mortimer into a human or something
I
else, or a
don't-
turtle.
I don't know if I can actually. Maybe. I think there has stuff to do with their sizes, but I'll look into that. That's a high level spell.
I'm very concerned understanding how many different types of funguses that humans can have.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. But the
Hmm.
size isn't an issue because you've got another spell that that changes sizes.
That's a good point. Yeah, so me and Morty just shoot the shit for a bit.
I eventually give up on watching this
Oh, no,
squeaking
I
conversation.
turn back and I say, no, he says he's always been a squirrel. I
Curious.
say in common.
Um,
His mannerisms are
enjoys
very,
things.
very peculiar.
Oh, he just likes beer and meat.
Very peculiar for such a thing as...
Fair enough.
What's Kyone doing during all this?
But just laughing to herself.
No, just playing, sunbathing, and seeing if I can catch a fish.
I got the bikini out. Just bikini in, sunbathing.
No, I'm wearing
Chainmail.
armor.
Chainmail bikini.
How long till Frosty gets something thrown at him?
Oh, it's.
No, it's fine. He's fine.
She's drunk. It's good.
She said alcohol.
Yep. So yeah, I just shoot the shit with him, try to get to know him a bit better.
Okay.
And,
you find out that he woke up one time in a dark, damp place, utterly scared, not knowing how he got there.
Oh.
He was surrounded by others of his kind, but when he tried to talk to them, they just looked at him strangely.
Ball sacks. Lokai says in common. And I explained that to everybody. Like, I don't think he was a squirrel.
I'm just sat there with a big whoop. We've not all lived that life before. Hello, face.
Coyote just ignores everything that's happening around the squirrel.
But this is a nice creature. It's soft. You tried to pet him. He might be cursed.
I didn't say anything, just ignores.
Oh, you're busy. Fair enough.
Doing coyote things. Soaking up sun rays. Coastal seems rather energetic now with the sudden heat of the air. The heat of the day.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I've been.
Now you're on a boat.
Yeah. I'm on a boat.
On a boat, you've got the solar-powered wheels on the back of your neck.
Okay, Mortimer, we're going to have to talk more about this later. I don't think you've always been a squirrel. One thing is that most people don't normally just poof, wake up, and suddenly they're grown, and no one of the same species can understand them.
Oh, please.
This isn't squirrel.
Days like that.
You don't know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, shit, my bad. I just realized that. Go on.
Mortimer just kind of looks at you, just kind of his ear sort of like flicks, and his eyes just like twitching, like always squirrel, not always.
So now we're just having desperate squeaks.
I think I broke him. Mortimer,
he just like turns around off the side of the edge of the boat, and he just sits on it, and just like his shoulders just like drop. His hands are in his hands, like.
But most squirrels don't eat meat or drink beer, and I leave him alone. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, it's very odd that you eat meat and drink beer. We'll look at this later. Do I sense any magic on him at all?
No, there's no arcana around his bodice.
Arcana.
Okay, that's something to come back to. And Lokai sits and ponders quietly.
If only you knew someone who'd lived this experience.
And he's now looking at his paws, like just like.
I think I
"These my
heard.
hands that are before me."
I think I hurt his feelings. I don't.
Oh, I did not mean to interrupt your discussion in such a negative way.
Wait,
I,
how did you manage to hurt a squirrel's feelings?
well, I talked with him about the.
Oh, that'll do it.
But just the way that most squirrels eat nuts and various other things. They don't drink beer. They don't stand at attention. They aren't proper. They're honestly, most of them are cunts. And
From Chult.
yeah, in Chult, they're terrible. So I don't think this is a normal squirrel. I don't feel any magic. Erica, do you have any insight into this? I know you can tinker and mess with stuff, and you've been kind of altered. Do you feel anything around the squirrel?
Besides hunger?
No eating a squirrel.
Of waking up finding that you're a squirrel. It's a case of having always been a squirrel, or in my case, possum, and waking up to find you have more. And having that extra brain power takes an awful lot of calorific demand.
Okay, I cannot make anything out of the stuff she's scribbling down.
Oh, okay, all right.
I just cantrip her a snake stung again.
He can wild talk to me, so at least he knows what I am communicating.
Yeah. Because I'm still just like taking the 10 minutes. And when it times out, I'm like, and I sit down and do the ritual again. 10 minutes later, coming back. And we do this exchange.
So yeah, something like 20% additional calorie usage is used on higher intellectual purposes and brain function. Thus, squirrel probably needs a higher input diet. Nuts alone probably wouldn't cut it.
So we're just hissing at each other right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm happy communicating like that.
A sudden bump hits the boat, and you're all rocked and jolted all of a sudden.
Great.
Oh, who's driving this thing?
The squirrel's just thrown into the water, by the way.
Oh dear.
Oh
The
no.
little squirrel man is
I
in the
died
water.
after him.
There's a great swirl of water that is behind the boat.
Do I get the squirrel?
Yeah, he jumped in after the squirrel.
I jumped after the squirrel.
Yeah, you managed to save the squirrel. The squirrel's just like just like projectile vomiting sort of like water. And is rather damp. He looks rather skinny right now, actually. And he's just like, you don't so much as grab the squirrel as you kind of you wear him because he's kind of on your head now, just like don't like this.
No, it's fine. It's just water. What the
Can
fuck
you
was that?
check out what the hell we hit?
Yeah, here, take
anything.
Mortimer. And I'm like, Mortimer, you got to go over there. Get on the boat.
He's not moving.
Okay, well, he is apparently my hat now. I dunk slightly under the water so I can see. Can I see?
All you see is a giant scaled tail just swish away.
Do I know what that scaled tail would have? As I am a druid and I do like animals.
And also you're native to this land.
I am.
So. This is a tale of a.
Oh, I've heard of those.
It was just vanished.
Aha. Well, we're all going to die.
Seriously, Mr. Lizardman, you dim-witted, foot-licking idiot. Why are you dreaming to hate things like this?
Wait, what did you just say?
I just called you an idiot.
You know, it's not too late to get off my boat.
The boat is still drier than the water.
Heads up, some of that echoing off of Amelia's mic.
Amelia.
That would be me. I'm sorry.
No
I didn't
response.
hear anything.
No response. All right. I pop my head out. Giant crocodile.
These are two words I do not like together. The giant and the crocodile. Together
Well-
they're not sounding so good.
It's going to. I'm guessing I would know how crocodiles would proceed. It's probably going to bump us a couple more times, and then it's going to, tip us over.
Can
Oh,
we go
well.
to the
It
shore?
is dancing towards the shore.
Hold on.
Now!
We could just kill the bloody thing.
I dive for the rudder.
As you do so, you notice the water behind the boat. You hear like a as the water starts dancing, and in the distance you see fish jumping out the water, and this large area of water just seems to be dancing.
So yeah, I try to struggle for the rudder and try and aim it toward the closer shore.
Could you make me a survival check with disadvantage because of
Yeah.
exhaustion?
Oh, that's gonna go so well for me. Splendid.
You're just like pushing this
Just
thing left and
hanging on
right,
to the
and
rudder.
left and right, and you're just kind of making more splashing noises, and it's just agitating the water even more.
Possum's had an idea and aims the spout of the magic jug and slaps it to pour oil out across the jittery, ripply water, being as that's the biggest effect currently going on, and everybody knows that oil soothes turbulent waters. Let's see what that happens.
So as the oil sort of drops into the water here, a bloop, as it happens, and you see like a film appear above the water, and it goes quiet, and you just see the odd fish sort of jump in and out every now and again,
With sound effects.
and it goes quiet, and you just hear the water lapping up against the boat as the waves from the bow waves from the watchers.
I start steering towards I try to look for a clearing because obviously I don't want to fucking crash this the ship into just a random fucking side of the river.
I mean, there's plenty of clearings. There's like muddy sides, like huge muddy sides actually, that lead into the jungle. The darkness of the jungle that is not lit up by the light. It is on the left-hand side though.
I yell at everyone. Just fire into the water. Whatever this thing is, it's gonna get us on land as well.
Fire into the water. Well, okay.
So, can I see this creature anywhere, or part of it, or no?
No, you just see the water just kind of like swirl around from the river, just flowing down, and you're just gliding slowly, tranquilly, and calmly.
Yep, I'm heading towards a clearing.
I do point to where I saw it, but again, it's nighttime, so
Wait,
I'm
no, it's not.
No, it's not. We've come out of the
Oh.
night.
It's morning.
morning.
I'm
Right.
gonna stand up
mid-morning.
and get my shield and make sure I keep this spear at the ready as well.
I just haphazardly fire my short bow into the water behind us. Just sort of, yeah.
You hear a bloop, and it kind of just, and a spout of water comes up where the arrow comes in.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just do that 4 times over. Just
About a moment later, you see
load
the
and
bolt come back up
and
again and just float across
and
the
just-
surface.
wasting some
What did
bolts.
you see come up?
The
The
bolt
arrow.
come up.
I do not think this is helping. I say as I lose my final.
Obviously, we need more firepower. How close am I to the clearing now? Like to the side.
You're about 20 feet. Like you're making good progress. You suddenly feel the boat just kind of lift up by about a foot in the air. Just the whole thing just goes. Could everybody make me a dexterity check of some kind?
I'm in the water.
Will this be a
You are in the
disadvantage?
water, yeah. Yes, it will be a disadvantage.
I'm just like
Well,
shouting
that
out
doesn't
now.
matter.
Dave, Frank, chicken, squirrel.
Boing.
Calm down.
Oh,
Fuck
One up
those
you.
dex checks. Damn.
oh, you're also also a disadvantage. You have a 7.
Oh shit! Damn it!
I have 6.
I'm impressed that Warache's is actually higher than his normal roll.
Mm.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's what the hey. Let's do a dex check for. Okay. The possum, Warache, cling onto the boat. The natural instincts just kind of home in.
Just suddenly
It's
cat claws.
Everything digs into the wood that is the boat. Everyone else, you're thrown into the water. The heat of the day is just completely gone from the coldness that is the water. Some of you might have a mouthful of this water. Refreshing as it is, it's also muddy and
Really?
yeah.
I do remember
come up to
saying
the
that it is
surface.
drier on the boat. No one seems to take my advice.
Okay.
Just laugh at the cats.
Luckily, I'm a good swimmer, and I stay calm, and I just pop my head above water and I go, "One of you grab the wheel, steer the boat to the shore."
Lokai's like, I don't think now's the best time to hop into the water, everybody. You might want to go back on there. I got a shell. It's got a...
Just as you mention these words, the water starts erupting again. Droplets of water come flying up in the air and dropping back down on it again. And again, fish begin to scatter away. And fish are jumping around you to get away. You're about 20 feet from the coastline.
I'm going
Those
to
that are in
start
the boat
swimming.
Look,
begin to notice that there's a bit of water in the boat now.
somebody already had a rope out, having tried an experiment earlier, so I'm going to lob the rope out and give the other end to Warache while heading towards the rudder to get back control over the ship.
I'm going to start swimming towards the coast
Yeah, 20
Okay.
feet is nothing. I'm also going to swim to the coast.
as fast as possible.
I'm staying with the boat.
How does one swim in 5th edition? Calm water swim check, which is a DC something. Based upon something.
Either Dex or Athletics.
I have a swim speed of 30, by the way.
I have no idea what my swim speed is.
You are a tiefling, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It should say on the wiki what your swim speed is.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
probably the
Each
same as your
climbing or
normal
swimming,
move.
each foot movement costs an extra 1 foot, so it costs twice as much to swim
Oh,
as
there
your
you go.
movement. Okay, you
It's
must
usually
succeed
half.
a strength athletics check to be able to swim successfully the distance you want to. Otherwise, it's treading water
All right, I'll do an athletics check.
with disadvantage.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck.
why doesn't it? I'm looking at why doesn't it actually say what tiefling swim speed
8.
is?
Tiefling swim speed, it's just basically your movement speed divided by 2.
Ah, yeah. Well, in the
Because it's your
case
normal movement, it costs twice as much.
in the case of a lizard folk, if I'm not mistaken, it's the same as your.
I don't know.
It should say
swimming.
on.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah, if you could. Amelia, your treading of water is going okay. You make little progress towards the coastline. Perhaps the energy of the day is draining away from you. I'm going to rotate now to Warache. What are you going to be doing in this situation?
So I'm going to try again with the rudder to try and get the boat under some kind of control, aiming it towards
I
the
have
shore.
just handed you the other end of the rope that I've lobbed out into the water, by the way, and I am coming to help with the rudder.
Hang on, so you've lobbed a bit of rope at me.
Yeah, and I've lobbed the other end in the water, so one end's gone that way, and one end I'm passing to you.
In which case, I'm going to be ignoring the rope and diving. I need to get on this rudder, unfortunately. So, as much as you're holding a bit of rope out, I'm ignoring that and going for the rudder.
Okay, can you make me a survival check to see your ability to steer the craft towards shoreline, which is 20 feet away?
Survival.
Please.
Ah, Pesh.
The panic of the moment, the fear of the water becoming a reality to your skin, doesn't quite enable you to paddle close. In fact, you tend to be going well, not so much more away, just in the opposite direction. You're just going to be spinning around. The current of the river seems to be taking you further away from this landing. Erica, you chucked a rope.
I did, and I tried to hand the other end to Huarache, who stood near the rudder. Instead, I'm now going to roll my eyes and tie the rope around the rudder and pull it so that it's going to be in the right direction. So if anyone ends up trying to climb up the rope, they'll be given the extra leverage to try and pull the lever in the right direction.
I got a thing.
Okay, I will come to you in a moment.
Well, it's a mistake.
Right.
You don't get disadvantage on saves. So Vala's not in the water.
It's against ability checks.
Yeah, because I just set the thing to 3. You don't get it until you get to 3, where you have a disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh,
So Val is still on the boat.
well, that changes everything.
Ooh.
It does.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's actually quite a bit.
And
what would they
Azaka
have?
is still on the boat, and so is Ordame. Probably.
Ooh.
It's just a few bodies in the water.
Just me and the kitty, I guess.
No, the kitty.
Kitty's on.
Kitty
Oh,
was
the
No,
kitty's on the boat.
Kitty's in the water.
Oh,
Wait, Kitty's in the water?
no, he's not.
Kitty's not
No,
in the
he's
water.
not.
That's for
Sorry.
survival. Okay, let's go through it to make sure it's clear now. So, Erica, you're on the boat. Kyone, you're in the water. Warache, you're in the boat. Coleslaw, you're in the boat. Kyone, you're not in the boat. Going from the left-hand side. And so is the turtle. And so is the squirrel, by chance.
Yep.
But while we are on the topic, I do want to ask how this works. I need to ask you something about the swimming.
Okay.
Under Lizard Folk's features, it says speed. Your base walking speed is 30 feet, and you have a swimming speed of 30 feet.
Then you have that.
However, I have since gotten a thing that gives my walking speed up to 40. Does that also affect my swimming speed?
Could you link the context of the walking speed increase? Is it a feature? Is it a...
Yes. I've been reading it as it's only my walking speed that increases. Here, I'll just.
If you could link it, because
Yes, yeah, I put it in.
Mobile.
Although
Okay,
it does just say my speed.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't
this
say
is where I'm going to
walking
read it. It
speed.
says your speed increases by 10 feet, which means it's a permanent stat. Which means it calculates swim by your speed, which is the stat on your sheet. I can see your sheet at the moment. It says 40. Because you're proficient in swimming, because of your race, you do 40 speed, 40 feet of swimming without any hindrance.
All right. Thank you. That's what I wanted to make sure.
In calm waters.
In calm
Yeah, in
waters,
calm waters, yeah.
Other waters, then we're talking something different. This is
Okay.
calm waters.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to, even though I don't need it now, for future reference.
Okay.
So in that case, I guess it would make sense that I didn't get thrown. Like, I feel like Coleslaw would be used to rocky encounters on boats. So I'm just gonna do my best to keep the vessel straight and head for the shore. The last 20 feet.
Currently, I'm just wrapped around the rudder, so you're going to be steering the cat.
I'm also trying to nudge the boat with my moving.
Kyone, how's your situation right now?
I'm still trying to swim to the shore.
Okay. Do you want to make another attempt?
Sure. Did I not move at all?
No, you kind of just tread water.
Okay.
16, there we go. So after treading water for someone, taking on quite a bit of water and coughing up a bit, what is your speed?
30?
30. So you make 15 feet. So you're about 5 feet from the coastline.
Okay.
The rest of the party they kind of beach the boat gracefully against the mud. It just kind of goes as it comes up. I can imagine a cat's just like across the side of the boat. But you're 5 feet from the crew right now. The water seems calm.
I yell, Erica, ready the cannon! And I walk towards where Kyone is, I guess, to try and pull her out of the water.
Could you make me a strength check to do so?
Hold on, like a strength check, not a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Like athletics? No, it's not. Wouldn't be athletics, would it?
It's just a straight strength.
Oh yes, just this. Yeah, I'm.
Get the strength.
Don't mind me.
Okay, we won't.
Okay. So even with your assistance in trying to pull Erica, she's running the boat. Kyone up. Kyone is just kind of still treading water, trying to get at the boat.
I'm trying to get up the coast.
Or direct you towards the coast. You're just not helping it any way or form, Coleslaw.
I go, cousin, help me out here.
Huh? Oh. Now, like, but if I don't know how I would push her with my superior swimming.
Headbutt.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't actually have very good swimming, do you?
No, I can swim, but I can only push her like 15 feet. I'm not proficient in it, I don't believe.
Just bobs
What is a
along.
turtle? Not proficient at swimming.
No, yeah. The thing with the
That's a
turtles
good
is
point.
the thing with the turtles is they can hold their breath for very long, but they're not very fast.
We're not
swimmers.
agile in the water.
Cumbersome in water.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gigantic, so
He's a wild boy.
I just push her, like, while trying to swim.
You managed to do so. You kind of push her up the mud. Unfortunately, Kyone, you'll be covered in mud at this point.
That's fine.
Mud
Oh,
bath
it's
ahoy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's getting everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody's ashore.
Extra layer of armor.
You look back at the back at the river, and it just seems calm, as if nothing just transpired.
I'm gonna walk a bit away from the water and get my longbow and see what's happening.
Poke my eyes into the water. Do I see it?
You don't see anything immediately.
I'm gonna go check the boat for damage.
Can you investigation based on nauticalism?
Nauticism. Whilst that's going on, are there any trees nearby?
You're surrounded by trees. It's kind of like a mud sort of slide that goes up, and there's trees, sort of a canopy that kind of enshrouds it. The boat only just fits, or mostly occupies it.
Right, I'm gonna yeet up a tree nearby.
The tree kind of bows a little bit. These are not strong trees, but they kind of. But you're still up at a distance.
So just investigation, or do I get like to enhance it somehow because of my watercraft's speciality or whatever?
Are you just making that watercraft up, or was there a genuine skill feat or something?
I think he's got proficiency for watercraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water vehicle.
Just trying to see something. Ship's passage? No.
No, I just have
Water
proficiency
vessels.
in water.
Proficiency in water vessels. There we go. So that just gives you a +2, I do believe.
Oh, so just to check and then +2 on it?
Yeah. So make me a survival check with a +2.
Oh, not an investigation?
Let's do survival because it is based on.
Fair
I would
enough.
say it's based on survival.
Disadvantage because of tiredness.
So 8.
Damn you, Rich!
You can see some water in the boat. You're not sure where it's coming from.
Well, the possum assumes that where the water is, how much water is there?
There's about a foot in there at the moment.
It's quite a lot of water then.
It's quite a bit of
Okay.
water.
In which case, I'm going to use my possumy fingers and run my fingers along the seams and see if I can find any holes, please.
Could you also do the same with no +2? Disadvantage. Tiredness. Oh, the hidden nuts. You don't immediately find anything apart from the damp cold. You just got a wet paw. You bump your hands along some things that are floating inside, the odd canteen and kitty cat sort of snacks and bits and pieces are perhaps floating around in there, but no immediate hole. It doesn't seem to be rising.
Well, yeah, it's not in the water anymore, is it?
No, it's kind of like beached up.
In which case, I will take my tin and I will start bailing out water because that's a lot more useful. If the water's not rising, and I've seen the water's not rising, the next thing is to empty the water out. It'll make it a lot easier to find any damage.
You begin bailing. Does anybody want to jump in with anything they wish to do? This squirrel jumps off of your head, by the way, Lokai. And it's just like on the boat, like, that sucked.
Yeah, giant crocodiles. They're pretty common here, though. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
I'm just looking out over the water, looking for, well, anything.
And I call out to Coyote. I'm like, hey, maybe we should go get that.
Get what?
The crocodile.
Well, if it's still there.
Hmm.
I say we give it a while to fuck off, and then we continue on.
Perhaps we shouldn't encourage such things to come attack us, says Zaka.
I'm just going to yell down from the tree, maybe we should throw gold at it till it goes away.
Oh, yeah, because of the song. That's cousin. Come on. But I don't think that's a turtle.
Maybe we should throw a kangaroo at it and keep it busy while the rest of us bloody fuck off.
I whip round and look at you very offended as to say, what the fuck?
No,
Marsupials. Both of you are marsupials.
Raunchy.
Yeah.
And he never gets my species right anyway, so I'm just automatically assuming he's referring to the crocodile.
Automate just looks at the lizard man and just goes, "What's a kangaroo?"
Oh, they're from very far away. Okay. What's up? I have no spells, or I would rip that river. God damn it.
Well, whilst we are here,
I
maybe
want some alligator boots.
maybe I should make some dinner. I am very hungry.
How far have we made it? Oh, we still got a ways.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
there.
I moved you a couple of notches to simulate you passed some time in a day.
I'm accidentally going to bail a few mugfuls out at Vola, at Coleslaw even.
There's a scene in The Mummy where the guy is just sort of tying up a rope and he keeps throwing it over the rope and just keeps hitting somebody with the end of the rope. That's what I can imagine is going on here.
You know, it looks like it might be mistaken, but no, I'm
Just
offended
throwing
by being
water at
thrown
him.
to the crocodile.
I'm going to try and set a fire and see if we can't get a cook of some kind going.
Is there
Are you-
a
are you
spot here?
Okay, I'm going to answer Rich first. Are you venturing into the jungle from this point?
No, I'm just by the shoreline. I'm just going to try and see if there's some twigs or something I can get a fire going.
It's very dense jungle. You're kind of in between the wheat. It's kind of. See if I can find a picture to describe it.
I think I know what you're thinking of, and that's horrible.
Yeah, it's kind of like marsh jungle.
Like,
Mangroves. That's the word.
yeah,
Yeah,
mangroves with all the
exactly
roots
that.
and stuff.
So, kind of, if I was to save as
Ah, mangrovey. Oh, that's different.
that photo.
Cousin, you and I can make fire. Maybe we should light one of these trees on fire.
So you've just rammed your boat up a little slipway that apparently
Right.
is.
Well, being as it is so mangrovey, I'll just fight to get my pack from the boat, drip it off, and try and find one of my rations from the inside. And then I'll
Okay.
just find a tree bough to sit on and watch as the possum throws water over the lizard folk.
Yeah.
I light a tree on fire.
Coleslaw goes, I'm busy fixing the boat, as like mud hits him in the face.
Could you elaborate a bit more how you set a tree on fire?
Druidcraft lets me start a small campfire. So I just continually do that until the tree catches on fire. So every 6 seconds, like, wow, stop, to catch this tree on fire.
Okay. After about, it's probably going to take about 10 minutes before you catch a living tree on fire.
It does say I can do a small campfire. That shouldn't take the
Living
lead.
trees don't burn well.
Yeah.
They're kind of resistant to fire.
And smoky.
Yeah.
Wood
They have a
smoke.
lot of
It's
sap.
for the bugs.
So you're kind of setting fire to the bark as such, but it's not an amazing fire. As a result of that.
Just continuing.
Okay.
Burning it.
I'm a pyromaniac.
Question for Amelia. I believe I'd handed over some of my rations into the Greater Conundrum of Ration Collection.
I've got them.
Ah, right, it's you that... Could you scratch off one such ration, then, being as I've nommed it on?
Well, I was gonna ask if there's any places where I could take a nap, but I guess there aren't, because I now know that's mangroves. I guess I'll go see if I can collect some food around here. Go foraging.
As you kind of venture up the slipway, you struggle to find your footing. You're greeted by a kind of like a 10-foot clearing with a mound of sticks in the middle of it.
A mound of stakes.
Yeah, this mound of sticks is kind of 6 feet
Stick.
high.
Sticks, not steaks.
Yeah, not steaks. Sticks.
Oh,
Oh, stakes.
stakes. And do they look like they were specifically placed there, or is it just rubbish?
They kind of look. It doesn't look natural. In a sense of it, it didn't grow like that. Something made this.
Great. I'm gonna go back down and just leave it for what it is.
Okay.
And when I get down, I'm like, there's something up there that looks like it was built by something.
Like a building? Loci asked.
Guess it's made out of sticks.
Oh.
Sticks do not make good buildings. Spit out a sodden piece of rations.
Well, that's not important, but it does look like there's something that lives out there.
That's a question. I don't think things in the bag of holding can get wet because it's a separate.
No.
That's correct.
Oh, in which case
Another
I
roll.
enjoy my dry, nice, tasty rations.
It's soup.
It's soup.
Dried. What is? How do you get dried soup? What is that? Is it like an
The
omelet?
powder.
No.
It's
That
very
is
dry.
that
It's
is
a powder.
actually a thing.
Cup of soup,
Yes,
darling.
Yes, cup of
Yeah,
soup.
cup of soup, exactly.
But no,
Very
you
Right.
like the old way, like they would keep for broth for soup was you would cook it and cook it until it just completely reduced down to like this gel, and you would basically have a gel bouillon cube
Yeah.
that you would put in. So he's just I just see him now eating a bouillon.
I'm not
cube, just like,
eating.
"Oh,
I have proper rations.
so
I leave
much
it.
salt. No." Sorry.
I'm enjoying my nice, tasty rations. Don't spoil this for me.
I'll kill that for him. The kitty cat is happy with his nibbles.
Oh no! Oh no! We talked about it. You don't like spicy.
Anyway, Coleslaw goes, well, that's not that weird. We're only a couple of days out of Port Nyanzaru. Can I make...
Azaka asks, what kind of structure?
Well, it looks like a great big pile of sticks, but it doesn't look like it's just rubbish that was put there naturally.
Azaka's eyes kind of just widen. She looks down for a moment and seems to look around her. And then she looks back at you. You didn't hear any noises, did you?
Not that I know of.
As
And as
soon
soon
as
as I saw it, I turned around and went back.
It's a nest.
She nods slowly.
Oh.
Can I...
We need to leave. No,
Well,
now.
She continues to nod.
Can I make another survival check for the boat now that Erica has like gotten rid of a lot of the water in it?
Of course, you may take another survival check.
So, what kind of nest is this?
Then I asked
Depends how big it
So
was.
that's a 25.
Tired.
Huh?
Yeah, but like, isn't the next the number at the?
No, you roll twice. You take the lowest.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
You notice there is no immediate holes in the boat. Water has just been added by splish splish.
Splish,
If
splish.
she describes it, could I tell like what it was, or Azaka?
Describe what? Sorry, I'm a bit lost in context.
What type of animal made the nest?
She knows very well what type of animal this is.
Well, I asked her what it is.
I know, but I haven't had a chance to answer.
Oh, sorry. I thought you didn't hear me. or
There were
something.
things.
No. We appear to have found crocodile nest.
Oh,
A big crocodile nest at that.
I spit out my rations. Excuse me, are we back to the giant crocodiles again?
well, but this is great. We can get the one that messed with our boat now. I can make him one with it. What?
Help me push the bloody boat.
But cousin, if we get him, I can turn him into rot. It'll be so much
pushing
better.
the boat.
And thus we.
Kyle, don't you think we should maybe kill it? Take it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Make a helmet out of it?
Oh,
Is there one crocodile in that nest, or is it a
whole bunch of them.
Oh
It
yeah,
could be anywhere from 1 to 12.
Yeah, you know
that's
what?
a great
Let's go.
idea. That's a great idea, Lokai. Let's blow up our babies and piss it off even more.
Lokai like starts walking towards the thing to light the nest on fire.
Lokai, you can't push the bloody. Okay, we're pushing the boat.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
He can swim. We're pushing the boat.
Push the boat. I'll push the boat.
Me too.
Why do I have?
Oh yeah, they make wee noises.
Mm-hmm. They're
Your
kinda
conversation is interrupted by this.
Oh shit.
You just hear just like some noises as you do.
So, can I understand what they're saying?
Do you have ability to speak to animals right now?
Can we make it just so that this will be much more entertaining?
You do not have ability to speak to animals right now.
Aw.
I just want to hear them be like, "Mom, someone's trying to murder us! Help! Help!" I'll be like, "We need to go now."
You know,
So, when we get this boat back into the water, Can we stay close to the shore, please?
Yes, I'm 100% on board with that. Get it? Because we need to
On
get on
board.
the boat.
Get on the fucking boat.
On the boat.
How far away is it from us? Can we see it from, let's say, is it within 120 feet?
What is? Give
The
context.
nest. Or is
The
it
nest,
pretty obscured?
It's kind of, it goes up a rise. This is
Okay.
what, okay, so Amelia went up a rise of bankment of mud, struggling for a while to
Got
get
it.
up there. She looked up and saw a clearing. In the middle was a mound of sticks.
Okay, so it's completely buried in there. Good to know.
So
Push the boat. But I stay in the water. And I look under the water. And using my I can breathe for fucking ever underwater, I'm going to keep an eye out for things.
oh, you can breathe for an hour.
Yeah, and then I have to come back up for like 2 seconds and then go back down.
I mean, that's fair.
So essentially forever.
So have we pushed the boat into the water?
Is everyone on board?
I'm on board.
Sure.
The Lokai's are under the boat, keeping an eye out for crocodiles.
You don't immediately see any crocodiles. You continue to hear the noise of the baby crocodiles that are chirping away. And as you push off, you hear a rush of water from underneath the mangrove, and it just something just enters the water at high speed.
I blindly chill touch where it was, the sound. So it's just a blind shot. I don't know how we do that with double disadvantage.
I'm gonna say you cast it. No immediate effect happens afterwards.
Interesting.
And then the noises of the little crocodiles just kind of fade into the distance as you slowly move along the Shoshenstar.
Alright. If anyone has any heavy weaponry, a cannon of sorts, keep that at the ready.
Can I? How does casting rituals work in the water when you don't need to breathe?
Same as it does everywhere else, my dear.
So 10 minutes.
Yeah, but a ritual
Chilling.
casting usually intones that you have to be
You have to
engaged
think
in,
about it, right?
Yeah, there's
Like,
a whole. It is what it
yeah.
says it is. It's a ritual.
Yeah, you like do that. So I guess I'd have to climb onto the boat. Oh, that would be bad.
Right. You're as happy underwater as above water.
But I need to keep speed with you, and I'm guessing I have to close my eyes
Hold on,
or something.
I actually thought that you were like holding onto
You
a
have a
rope or
rope.
something.
You have a rope.
with a rope on the end
Yeah,
of
I thought you had a rope tied to you because
That's
there's no way
right.
you'd be able to keep up to the boat otherwise.
Yeah.
You float on your back
like
like
an
an
otter
otter
and
and
relax and do your ritual in your
belly.
GM?
Yeah, that's physically possible.
I mean, I'm just like totally unaware of anything that's happening, and I do the speak with animals ritual.
Okay.
And does it complete?
Yeah, you managed to cast the ritual of speak with animals, floating on your back like Baloo almost. I can imagine.
Oh my god, that's awesome. So Lokai sticks his head under the water, and he shouts in crocodile, "If you come after us, I will rot each and every one of your babies into goo for the jungle. Now fuck off." Then he just pops his head back up.
In crocodilian.
Water. Well, actually, no. Now he would take his space under the boat, keeping an eye out for angry, pissed off mother crocodile.
From a distance, you hear like water, like just sort of fizz up.
Oh boy!
It's almost electrify. But that's quite a way now, because you were kind of floating for quite some time.
And we're running with the current too, aren't we? So it's been a bit.
Yeah. So it's kind of about midday-ish at the moment.
I just kind of lazily keep an eye out under the water, popping up as the hours pass.
I like you're just kind of like a medieval / fantasy sonar system for.
What does the
Officially,
turtle say?
Send one ping only.
And just, casting the ritual again, just kind of floating on my back like a weird, grotesque fucking whatever that picture is.
So some time has passed now, right? So we're feeling safe again. I just go, cousin, have you considered becoming a sailor?
As I'm being drugged by the rope, it doesn't seem that difficult, honestly.
Well, I mean,
This is pretty relaxing. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Well, I'm gonna go relax again and
You
Enjoy
take
the
my
sun,
hammock.
but use my hands and throw water to get the mud off me.
Clean myself. Thank
Can I? Oh no, that's prestidigitation. Can clean people through
Oh,
a
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, see, I can do that, but I mean, Kion's not asking.
Cousin,
Huh?
the tiefling's dirty.
They always are.
But not that normally. Clean her. Just come on, she'll be thankful. Probably.
I like. Okay, but like, let the fox. Borachi, you take over the wheel for a second.
I do not know if this is correct, but okay. I'll try once again to struggle with the rudder, just like flapping away.
It's gonna be great.
And I just go over to Kion and I just touch her and I clean her armor.
Oh, just her armor.
Well,
So like she's still pasted, but her armor
I
is
just use
pristine.
pressurization on her, and I clean away all of her vileness and her sins while I'm at it.
So she just burns up into nothing.
I'd say fizzles to nothing.
Oh no!
No, I clean away the mud wherever it may be.
I can imagine the mud just kind of gloops off the skin. And like the armor, the mud just kind of like disappears into like small droplets and just sort of like floats up into the air and disappears into nothing. And before long, Amelia, you are clean. Squeaky clean.
Wow.
Thank you.
Cleaner than you've been in a while, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it just destroys the particles.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Was
how do
she
you think I
happy
keep
or
my-
are you dead? Sorry.
How do you think I keep my skin so nice and clean? You just look at it as like scarred scales.
Arnicles and fucking.
Yeah. And I just go back to take the wheel from Orachi again.
I
Who
happily
thankfully
rescind it back to you.
Hasn't shipwrecked us.
I'm just gonna call a quick bio drink break.
Bio!
Hooray!
Because I imagine a few people might need to do RL stuff.
I've already played Rocket League today.
I wouldn't mind getting a drink, actually, so yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Can use the onion.
See you in 5-10 minutes, people.
Uh-huh. Told you. It's Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be for like a day. Here. Stuff, thank you.
By the way.
Mm. Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, we do have someone here. Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah, we're here. It's just the person that just left was the saint, the voice thing, the music
Oh, okay.
thing.
You got Amber? Orange?
I have homemade shortbread cookies. They're vanilla.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I've got homemade water that's inside a cup of soup.
Is it vanilla as well?
You had to get a cup of soup, huh? Because of the
It just I had a cup of soup in my bag.
dried soup.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh. Yeah, me and Frosty got those. We got some large bags of that powder when the first lockdown hit. The really large, like warehouses opened up for, for regular people that didn't have a business, so you could buy all that stuff. And we made use and got some of it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, there's no way you guys bought that just because you're like, oh no, we need to go into
No,
survival
it's just
mode.
because then
Yeah.
it became available and it was cheap
Yeah,
too.
I get it. I got
I
you.
remember you guys making lots of soup.
Ah. We haven't used it yet, but
The thing is that stuff keeps forever.
Those
Like,
stores are fun. I've been in them
I-
before because with the restaurant and shit.
Yeah,
see, that's the thing.
but
Like,
I think
it's one thing I miss about America so much.
yeah, it's
Oh.
stupid that you can't go there unless you have a business.
Yeah, it's because it's way cheaper
Buy
there,
stuff in bulk.
Yeah, it is way cheaper.
but it's bulk.
And yeah, it's bulk. Yeah.
Like
But
we have
like,
Costco.
obviously, I don't know which one you guys went to, but like, for example, you had like the fish, the like you would have a fishmonger there and everything, and it would all be like super fresh. Insane.
No, I think it was mostly just dry stuff.
I had everything. Had drinks.
Ross, we can't hear you.
There was a
We can't hear you.
No, we can now. We can now. We couldn't before.
but they had everything there, and in fact, they had a thing of satay sauce that was the size of a car wheel.
Damn. Yeah, satay sauce.
It was a mix.
I need to have that again. I haven't almost never had that because that's a very.
We will
Dutch
bring
thing.
you some next time. We'll bring you like
Well,
one that
it's
you
not.
can mix.
You can get it over here. I just haven't
Oh.
had it. I
It's
haven't
very
really had it.
Dutch because I think it's Indonesian or what's that other
Yeah,
colony?
you guys put satay sauce
Suriname?
on everything, don't you?
Yeah, it's from one of our old colonies that came from, I think.
Rich will be devastated that he's missing out on a discussion about satay sauce because he loves satay.
Oh, it's good. It's like the Brits and their curry that they took from India, I guess.
I have vegetable soup.
Huh? Aw, delicious. Oh, everyone's on the soup now.
Yep, we're all soup dragons.
How much time do we have left? Because now that's it.
But Rich isn't here, so.
Right, I'll be right back.
God damn it.
It's like, I'm gone. Is that a bagel inside there?
It's a crust of bread.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is. I think it was growing up very, very poor as a child, but I like cheap packet soups and a crust of bread for a snack. That's what I used to have.
I
The
mean,
elbow or the loaf is always the best bit.
to be fair, a cheap pack of soup and a crust of bread is not a bad. Like that's nice. It tastes good and it's filling. It's a bit filling at least.
Rival food.
Hello.
Ah, Rich is back, but now Amelia's gone.
Oh.
We were just in the water, right?
You were in the water.
Oh, that's true. Like, I don't know why I didn't just sit in the water anyway. Just be like, drag me behind you.
Drag me, like one of your French girls.
Do turtles sleep in the water?
Don't think they would sleep
I thought you
there.
were gonna ask, do turtles
Yeah.
like French girls?
And giant
More humanoid
Freudian
than turtle.
and gator turtles will sleep under the ice when it's winter in Florida.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
the
so will-
crocodiles.
yeah,
do-
crocodiles and gators do that as
their
well.
nose out the water.
Great photo of a guy. The last time it froze over, he was stood above a snapping turtle. It was just asleep under the ice, and it was sort of brushing against the underside of the ice, and it was crystal clear. It was very spooky.
Yeah, reptiles are awesome.
Thank you. I mean, what?
I said reptiles, not rich tiles.
Oh.
So the thing had fucked off.
Recto.
We could probably still keep traveling unless the DM plans on, murdering us before
I
Kyle
assume
gets
he
back.
does want to murder us, so...
It is kind of the thing,
DMs don't kill you.
you know. It's kind of like saying the
You keep
person
saying that.
the person who fires the gun didn't kill you. The bullet killed you.
Gosh darn pesky bullet.
Yeah.
Acute lead poisoning.
Ah, yes.
Bullet. Well, I am
Some
all
people
ready to
think they can
travel.
outsmart me. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I've yet to meet one who can outsmart bullets.
One of the best advertising campaigns to date, those series
Honestly.
of videos.
If they fucking just, I want the series. I want it.
They
I'll
were
watch
gonna.
it. I'll pay
they were
whatever.
gonna do it. They were gonna do it, but they.
It's too much work.
No,
No, that's what they said.
Yeah, I know, but Adult Swim gave him a chance and everything, but they fucked it up because they couldn't keep deadlines.
Yeah, because no one at Valve keeps deadlines.
Yeah.
What deadline? Just line of death?
Heavy good with this.
Keeping in mind that canonically, the Heavy was actually one of the smarter.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, if you keep up with the canon and with the comics and stuff, Heavy was actually one of the smarter members. He just didn't have a firm grasp on the English language. He did, however, have I think he even had a PhD in Russian literature or some shit.
So we can speak Russian.
He can speak Russian. He can fix Wurlitzers, but he's the least practical person you'll ever meet.
Intelligence does not often come in hand with common sense.
While we kill time, I summon a familiar.
What challenge rating is time?
All of it.
Affinity, because it always wins.
Yeah, no one beats time.
God damn. How are we
Not even
supposed to kill
Thor.
it then?
You say that, but
Nobody beats
No,
time.
I was
See, time
informed.
doesn't exist. So
I was
Okay,
informed
so-
we'd be killing time. And if it has an infinite challenge rating, how are we supposed to kill time? I think this is a, I
Well-
think this is a setup on the GM's behalf,
What you
putting
do?
us into an
what-
impossible
No.
challenge rating encounter.
No. See, what you do is you kill space instead, and because space and time is technically the same thing.
Now, you go mafia style and you waste time.
You wait.
Forget it.
Time will sleep with the fishes.
I expend a wild shape and cast Find My Familiar for nothing except the wild shape. And before me, on my belly, you just hear "Oh, God," as a mushroom that looks suspiciously like a past member of our group appears on my belly
In what full-fledged form or minute?
in mushroom with mustache.
A mustache, if you will.
Yes, a mustache. His headset died.
Okay, I joined the soup club. Yeah.
One is hot now. Way too
Rich came back like just as you left as well.
Yeah.
Aw.
God damn it, Amelia.
Pember has
Two.
2.
I have a cup of tea in the other hand.
She's mugging us off.
And he talks.
Okay, Richard's mug. Okay.
It talks like Sir Joseph.
I've got a
Aw.
Augusta Westland. Okay, so you've got. Sorry, can you run by that me again? I had to GTFO very quickly.
So as you hear like these screams of agony come as this mushroom bursts from like my fungal growth that's on my body, it looks suspiciously like a previous group member with a twirly mustache and a very hoity-toity way of talking. And it is Sir Joe Goomba.
Sir Joe Goomba.
No, it's got Joe Goomba. So like
Jumba, surely.
What?
Jumba.
Jumba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jumba. Yes. This shall be his name.
I
A fancy mustache. And he just cries in agony.
I whispered to Ortome like, look, I really isn't taking this whole. He really isn't moving past Sir Joseph's death very well, is he? That's not that cannot be healthy.
Automator just looks at it. He's just like, "Can we cut the rope?"
Can we cut the rope?
And he like his hand goes to his hilt.
No.
Everyone, this is Jumba.
Okay.
He's got like a little he's got a little shield that just perpetually has something flying into it.
Azaka's like, I think that one is special. Should keep an eye on him. I'm not talking about the abomination.
It's a horrible thing that just kind of
So is this your cast familiar?
Yeah, this is my find familiar. He does nothing except groan in agony and occasionally speak in a posh accent of "kill me."
Well, I do say, will someone kill me?
Yes, exactly. But I just talk to him like he's saying regular things, so it's good. It's a good
Look,
time.
does that thing remind you of anyone?
What? No, this is Jumba. This is my familiar. Isn't he cute? I called him up and he's like,
So it's like, oh, what's the one of Shaun of the Dead when he like turns the face to face the camera, like the zombie to turn the camera, like.
It's just as horrific.
He looks familiar.
What? I don't see it. And like the mustache twitches.
Automated. Yep, definitely an improvement.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. Jumba, say hi to everybody.
I've added a picture into the chat channel. I think it's appropriate.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a mustache. Yes.
Shroom stash.
Shroom stash. Yes. So this is now my familiar. Don't worry, he'll be gone for like in 2 hours. But I just sit and chat with him while he's like, please get away. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I really do like soup.
Existence is pain.
Okay, so as 2 hours pass, you notice that the speed of the river is picking up slightly, and it propels you forward. And before long, the jungle kind of recedes up into kind of like this kind of high embankments and kind of like tundra, and the mouth of the river just widens all of a sudden. And you can tell that the color of the water changes as well. It goes from a sort of earthy, sort of reddish color that was the river Shoshenstar into a kind of more of a kind of a bluish sort of color. Coastal, you probably feel a bit more home in the blue sort of color.
Yep.
But as the two waters meet, there's kind of like the boat kind of rocks and dipples a bit.
Also, just has a grin on his face. Doesn't say anything.
You hear as it melts away back into my chest because it's been 2 hours.
So it's like an alien thing.
He's just kind of. I assume he just kind of gets reabsorbed into the mushrooms that are all over me.
That's even more horrifying than any of your previous descriptors, quite frankly.
Right? It's hard to top shit. I keep having to go weirder and weirder. Now I know what a Slanesh follower feels like. Yeah, so that's that. That only came about because you were gone, dear.
So we've hit the breakwaters of the
sea.
bay then.
Yeah. And it's kind of about 4 o'clock-ish by now.
Shall we hop onto the shore?
Well, surely we want to go to Port Nyanzuru directly, right?
How far are we?
You could get to Port Nyanzuru by evening. Or if you go by land, it would take a couple of days.
All right. Well, the better one.
In fact, looking at the geography of it, you could possibly get a little bit to there, and it would be the end of the day because the water recedes this direction. Oops.
Where did the party go?
Oh no!
It's up there. It's fine. Got squished.
The currents have taken us out.
So it kind of, because of the natural flow of water, it kind of does and that way.
Okay.
You catch my drift.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, we're catching the water drift.
So if you were to continue on this journey, you would finish the day there or here.
Probably should get to the port.
Yeah, travel on the boat whilst we're moving.
Okay.
I mean, as long as the party agrees, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Your rudimentary craft kind of bucks a bit more into this water. It's a bit more choppy here. And before long, the light begins to fade. But you can see in the horizon in the distance.
Oops.
There we go. As you see the Port Nyanzuru over the horizon, and as the day welcomes the night, you notice that on the horizon there is a large sort of red glow.
That's
and
called
above
the
this
sun.
red glow appears to be a large cloud.
That's called the sun.
Cloud? Regular cloud or something fucked up?
It seems to be off smoke.
Oh,
Oh, it's on fire.
well, maybe returning won't be such a problem after all.
And as the wind is blowing in your face and you're fighting against the tide, you begin to smell kind of an acrid odor that fills your nostrils. And a copper metallic smell as well.
Hmm.
And
I
wait, where
can't-
do we see this red light? Is it
At
coming
the
from
port.
the city? Oh,
Yeah, so it's over the crest. You see like, where the Port Nyanza is supposed to be.
We'll have to see if that tabaxi survived.
I'm right here.
Shoot over the moon. Or comes with the moon, or something with the moon.
it's not supposed to look like that.
Well, it looks different.
Zaka asks, where are she? Have you been to Port Nyanza?
I was here briefly. It was not a good time. I had a discussion with some folk that decided my life would be better off in the jungle. That did not work out so well either.
Can Lokai pull himself up onto the boat?
Should be
I'm
able
going to
to.
say
Can he attempt?
certain you can attempt.
Mr. GM, can we have your microphone, please? We can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
That's why the hammock's at the back, so that you can get in and out easily. That was the point of building it.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the rocking that's going to incur from a 500-pound creature.
Just
shifting
pulling the
and-
back of the boat down.
Yeah, that's all I'm kind of worried about.
Another crocodile.
I'm going to get shot. Ah, it's crap.
So your
Strength?
question, your stand? Yeah, a strength check.
Strongy checky.
Ooh,
6.
the day has been harsh. Your
I
strength
tried.
fails you. You just kind of just like your muscles are just like on fire. So tired. You just don't have the energy to pull yourself up.
So, this fire in the distance, is that where Port Nyanza is supposed to be?
Azaka says, that's Port Nyanza.
Is it
my God.
supposed to look like that?
No, it's not supposed to look like that.
You've been there. It's not supposed to look like that.
No, it's not supposed to look like that.
Don't really remember looking back when we were walking
Was
the
it
other
on
way.
fire when we were there?
Darling, I mean,
So,
Kion,
what? We're just gonna go there?
I
What-
mean,
our
I guess.
employers there?
I mean, well, it's already on fire.
What
We're all
more?
tired as hell. How about we camp out over here until the morning and then we go check what's going on over there?
Actually, this is a good idea. I also like the idea of resting.
Let's. If we listen to this logically, you see, as I'm like floating on my back
Yeah, just, like,
weirdly,
bobbing along.
weird. Yeah. It's already on fire. We probably won't be able to not make it on fire, unless you've got something really cool in there, Erica. Do you have something? No, not.
I mean, I could make a pump, but that was going to take a while.
That's so you'd need a day anyway. Why don't we get some sleep? And I try to like cast a spell that I have no slot for. So it's like, yeah, I got nothing.
It just fizzles.
no, but what about
The
what about
money,
the trade prince?
if they're dead, you can take all their money anyway. It's not like they're going to come back and ask for it.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, I
did you
was-
say something about taking money?
I was
Well,
calling
there's-
the ship.
Respect for the dead.
All that
Shame on you.
stuff
They're
metal
dead.
is probably going to be somewhat intact even after the fire.
Well, see, the thing is that when you're dead, though, you just kind of quit caring about everything. That's the joy of being dead.
I mean, but maybe they're just having a big party with a big fire.
With enough smoke in that to, I don't know, draw out the entire ballad of the fall of Tiamat? I don't think so.
Okay, so we stay on the boat then.
I say
no,
we
we should
land and we
sleep.
rest.
Yeah.
I agree. As I like bonk into the back of the boat,
Dunk.
just gently,
Wait, what are you guys agreeing on? I didn't hear.
to get off the water and sleep, so we have our spells back and
All right,
not
yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah, and looking at the map, if we go on land here, we should pretty much already be in civilization, right?
We
can
need
see
another
you
day,
running.
but
Yeah,
we
we
could
No, but-
just.
Isn't that like town?
We
Area?
can always get back on the boat and boat round the crest.
Mhm.
Well, either
lands.
way, it's going to take us another day's worth of getting there to get there, regardless
fair
of
So
what's
we
happening.
might as well.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna start steering the boat to land.
You do so with ease. And the boat glides up effortlessly onto the sandbank. As it hits the shingles.
I'll hop off
Oh.
and pat around on the sand a little bit.
Imagine cats don't quite like shingles too much. So it's just like, ooh.
Oh well, looks like we never had to pay a tune anyway.
oh, maybe a tune will show up.
Just in your dreams.
I don't know. Shingles is a disease. It's the chickenpox virus.
It's also
It's
a
very
description of
painful.
pebbles.
I've had
Okay,
shingles.
It's supposed to be excruciating,
It's not fun, admittedly.
like
I had
fire.
it. I had it. Well, no, I guess I had chicken pox.
For a moment, I wondered there if the description of excruciating was about the disease or pebbles, because I've walked on a pebbled beach, and that ain't fun.
Yeah. Chesnell Beach.
Yeah, mate.
Chesnell fucking beach.
Aren't shingles also
Pebble
roof
Beach.
tiles?
They are.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, I'm gonna be all over you like shingles.
Excellent. So we sleep.
Get
Get rid of this.
I mean, let's look at our. Can the DM like tell us what our surroundings are?
So you have like a short sort of like 10 feet of shingles, and then it's kind of like a kind of like a sandy bank with tufts of grass, long sort of grass that goes over it. There is no jungle around you anymore. You're kind of in an area that was devoid of jungle. Other than there's like, it's kind of like a
grassland.
elephant grass. So it's like really grassy. And it comes up to probably about maybe just below waist height and probably chest height for Erica.
Well, I'm gonna build up my tent and then start foraging for food. Getting enough for.
I am going
Many
to
people as I
attempt
can.
to form some kind of shelter for myself.
Have you ever thought about growing a shell?
I just like scrubbing around in the grasses, just like I don't know what I'm doing.
Literal taxing of going round and round in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're making crop circles, but nobody knows what they are yet for another 3,000 years.
So I'm just making
I'm
a
a-
mess.
I'm asleep on the boat.
cousin, I don't know if that's a good idea. What if the sirens come? We are far closer to the sea now. Because I think sirens are real in D&D, aren't they?
No comment.
What's going on
Right.
down there,
Well,
Georgia the
but,
Fourth?
not Kosla. As a druid, I feel like I would know if a creature existed at least.
Mate,
It
the
doesn't
world's
give
a
you the
big
full
place.
compendium of the world.
Yeah, the world is a big place. You might have a good knowledge of wildlife and things, but
That's pushing. No.
Ah, come on, omniscience. Let me
Omniscience.
just have.
I just pat my my trusty crossbow, and then I go. Well, then I'll punch that one as well.
Well, just I say quietly, just make sure you kill her before the rest of them wake up, because then we don't have to deal with it.
Noted. I'm just like I say noted, like already in the hammock with my eyes closed.
Erica, can you take another bit of ration out? I'm gonna have another chew on rations because I've not eaten properly today. So
I'm gonna be actually. I go, cousin. Hold on a moment before you pass out completely, and I hand him the assassin's blood.
Assassin's blood?
It's a poison, essentially.
Oh.
Maybe you can put that on something. Just keep it for now. But you'd probably be able to make much more use out of this than I would. I don't have really anything sharp.
I can. Yeah, that's actually. Oh yeah, I can use this on my blue darts. Thank you.
Exactly. I will actually copy and paste what it does to you after we're done.
All right. Meanwhile, the GM has gone.
yeah, I was gonna say he's turned into
incognito.
like some kind of
Early 2000s chaff DJ.
yeah.
DJ.
So yeah,
DJ.
jumping on my rations, I'm just gonna whittle the hours of the evening away until I fall asleep. I'm probably dog tired anyway, which is irony because tabaxi.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You kind of just fall asleep into the night. The night takes you very easily. You're very tired. Two of your party members have already succumbed to sleep. Is anybody doing any watches tonight, or you're just going to go to sleep and just?
Well, I'm no bloody good use on a watch, am I? So I tinker with my robot. I'm going to see if I can't create a almost like a turbine mechanism. I think being able to utilize my robot to boost upriver speed for a ship or a boat might be quite handy in the future.
So it was like a Fallout invention roll or something, isn't it? It needs to happen.
Well,
Yeah,
unfortunately, the tinker is much easier indeed. Like basically, the tinkerer, I tinker things.
I have a good idea. I have a go with it. Let's face it, I have a robot that ups and walks about anyway, so it's pretty much in my wheelhouse.
I'll be taking first watch.
Okay, so Lokai takes watch.
Well, Kaon makes food for everyone who wants food when she comes back and then just goes to sleep. So she eats.
Okay, you successfully managed to scrounge some food. Perhaps a few eggs in some nests, maybe some
Crabs.
large eggs. Yeah, just eggs is the biggest things you're probably going to find around here. The odd grass snake.
Okay, delicious.
Gee,
That one's name is Tom.
that one's name was Tom.
Huh?
Can talk to dead animals now?
I can. Not yet. Damn it. Soon. Soon.
Good. Okay, so I've got Lokai for the first shift. Do we have any nominations for the second?
Asaka. I'm going to actually, whether she asks it or not. No one volunteers as far as I'm aware. So that'll be fun.
You're going to ask her what, sorry?
Well, nothing until my watch
Until
is
you
over.
wake her up.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're talking, Amber, we can't hear you.
I was nodding and agreeing, saying yes, that seems fair.
Okay. All of you very easily succumb to the night. The battle that happened the day before, the turmoil of the apparent giant crocodile that shook you all about a bit. Sleep has come easy. Kyone, I'm just going to drag you into another channel quickly.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, I'll relay everything that they're. No.
Yeah, quick, tell us what. No.
Yeah.
I hope there aren't any random things this evening.
Kind of hope not, because I got cantrips.
Yeah, it's going to be awkward either way.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose I could just do that thing that the spore druids are supposed to do, which is melee fight.
Nah, sounds expensive and difficult.
Yeah. I like what they were trying to do with it, but it does have some shortcomings when it comes to punching things.
Is it supposed to be a melee class?
Yeah. We consume the.
So it was
Sorry. We consume the wild shape and we get temporary hit points.
Alright.
And then when I'm close to things and they move.
probably just
Num num num. Things are happening. Try not to listen, Frosty. Close your ears.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just.
These are delicious. Num num num. There's a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
they do poison
gesticulating.
damage on their melee. It's crazy shit.
I'm going to have to ask the GM something once this is finished. Gesticulating. In fact, I need to check something before I ask him.
It's always good to do the lookup first.
I think the ginger was a nice inclusion on these, but I don't think the puff pastry worked. I think it needs to be a short pastry.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't have enough pastriness. I'm definitely going to have a chat with him. I've just read something. In fact, I'm going to ping him a message.
Why is he wearing sunglasses?
It's his laser cutting glasses.
Yes,
Oh,
Why are you wearing laser cutting sunglasses?
because I have a laser cutter now.
Yeah, but you're not using your laser cutter right this moment.
Am I?
I've sent you a message there, Mr. GM. Is that
Oh, have you?
appropriate?
Yes, probably something along the lines of, yes, I do remember. Yes, yep. Yep, I know.
Okay. Checking.
Fully. Yeah, that's fine. Lokai, your shift goes through sort of unhindered. It's quite peaceful and tranquil. You feel quite at a zen with the grass. It's just the wind that flows through. You can see the stars in the sky, the odd sort of
The faint glow of orange
meteor
as the
shower that
fire
flies
burns.
over. Great bugs that got stuck in the sky and remained up there. Lion King. Is there anything in particular you wish to do in this time?
Staying close to where we are, I would like to forage for more murder things, poisons and whatnot.
Okay. Can you make me a buffering?
Buffering.
Test alliance, please ignore. Could you do me a survival check with disadvantage? Or nature? It'd be a nature check, wouldn't it? Survival.
Either or.
Yeah. An
Well,
11.
surely it's the opposite of survival because he's trying to make things to kill things.
It's you can flip it on both
It's
sides.
the GM. He gets to say.
I'm going to use a luck.
He's using a luck.
Oh,
That's not very
I'm going to do it again. Yeah, there we go. So that's 2 lucks.
Okay.
lucky.
I do have a list of stuff. 1 second.
The calming sounds of the night, with roaring and howling.
Oh, there is actually a book called Drax's Deadly Plants of Chult.
Excellent.
Really?
Yes. I need to investigate that because that's going to be very useful.
Frosty, that thing you sent, by the way.
It's ingested. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So it wouldn't count if I arrow it into them.
No, they're pretty particular about how their
Okay,
poisons
fair
work,
enough.
if I
But
recall.
it says it takes 6 1d12 poison. Is that literally 6 1d12s?
Over
Yeah,
the course of 24 hours, I believe. Yeah.
So wait, so you roll 6 d12s to see the damage
For 24 hours. Yep. If they're poison,
Okay.
I believe. They
No,
fail their save.
no. On a failed save, it takes 6 1d12 poison damage and is poisoned for 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, so it suffers the poison effect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
Well, it's a little bit more annoying because being as it's a
Yeah.
it's sort of dangerous to deadly, depending.
Okay. You come across something that was kind of like a patch of clearing, and it seemed to have looked like a kind of like a weed. And you recognise this through your investigation and your survival check. This is in fact something called gripweed. And it's commonly found where decay happens. So it's quite attuned to what you're used to. Do you harvest this at all, or do you just leave as?
Yeah. I'll try to collect it.
Okay. Describe to me how you attain such weed. It kind of grows as like tendrils across.
And he's
land.
dead.
Well, the thing is I would know what this weed is. And if it was going to, I don't know, murder me, I would do it in a way that it could not do that.
Okay. No, that's fine. Just give me a description how you harvest it.
I go about like kind of gathering it, because you said it's kind of like tendrils, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like seagrass, but with like fucking knobs on.
Okay.
It's big.
So I kind of like fold it in on itself carefully, and just go and then pull it up by trying to take the root along with it. So maybe actually I kind of dig around it to get all of it.
Okay. I mean, you managed to harvest enough to do this. When was the last time we spoke? Go.
Does he die?
I sent you a PM on Discord.
Oh, Lokai's dead. Right, okay.
Oh, he had a good run.
So it's kind of an ingredient as such, if you catch my drift.
It's a piece.
Yes.
So a component is how I would probably.
Yeah. So it's not a potion on a plant that you just I have a potion.
Oh no, I'd have to refine it like I did with the other one. Okay. Excellent. Poison type 1. Well, poison ingredient type 1.
There we go. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Nope.
The night goes on. You notice the moon move around. Moons that move around, should I say? They're plural. And do you feel like it's the end of your watch? Do you wish to continue? Would you like to know more?
Quick, turn to page 133. I go to Azaka's tent.
Okay.
Is she there?
I would hope so.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay. Well, I druid craft like bells ringing in her ears. Not not like bong, but like ding ding ding.
She gets up. She kind of sits up bolt right and just like she's on her side. She wakes up with the blade in her hand. She like gests it in your general direction. Yes, total.
don't suppose you could finish out the watch. I feel if I try to stay up much longer, I'm going to fall over.
Okay. Just give me a second. Just...
Sorry.
and she's just like, she rolls over on her floor. She's just like, okay. And that's just still
Why?
coming together. Like her pulse just went, calm, fuck, calm. And then she grabs kind of like a checkered blanket that is native to Colgian, sort of like Colgian patterns, very vibrant in color.
I recognize it.
And she just throws it over herself. Well, as your watch ends, mine begins.
She was naked.
No, she wasn't naked. She's just bringing something to keep her warm.
Says the frickin' lizard that wears
Naked or
nothing
not.
all the time.
Like naked to
I mean, I wasn't judging.
naked to Lokai is like, and
Yeah, Lokai wouldn't care.
Zero
Yeah.
interest.
yeah,
You humans and your weird shape
weird clothing. Whatever.
everywhere.
Recognizing you as a human being, Jimmer.
Sorry?
Your camera is no longer recognizing you.
No.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
now
keep
morphed into cloud mode.
Oh, has he?
It's blurry as fuck.
Oh, meh.
I've been meaning to say, DM, you're losing focus. And he's gone.
I think I've just rebooted, so give me a second.
He's just trying to get it to re-jingle jangleable.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not because he put stuff on the camera.
I also thought it was like the sunglasses were
Ah,
like the cameras. The camera was like, wait, where's he gone?
No, it's
It's a
just,
completely
Where?
different man.
no, it's because he was messing with his nose. Maybe some goo got on the camera.
No, he
Um,
fucking Clark. No, he fucking Clark Kented it.
Clark Kent.
Lokai will actually sit with Asaka for a bit, like prodding her with questions of where she's from and stuff. And if she starts responding, he listens for a little bit and then just kind of falls into his shell.
I can go a bit of narrative. We can do a bit of chit chat if you wish.
So tell me where you're from, what you do, and your entire life story.
Go.
5 seconds.
Fail. She says she used to live not far from here in a village. When she was young, she used to play in fields just like this. The jungle pushed her and her family further and further away from their original home. And during the reclamation of the jungle, meant they had to leave very quickly and left a lot of things behind. And during that time, one of her family heirlooms, was lost, of which she reminds you she's looking to seek to find.
That's why she's with us, right?
That is correct. She says she still feels the land of Chult is very much alive, but only just. Pateo cries at the loss of his followers, that is the Coltons, and I feel his pain. I fear for my people.
They'll all die in the end, you know.
She just frowns at you.
I know everyone doesn't seem to like dying, but in the end, that's where we'll all be.
Oh, if only Sir Joseph were here to talk to you about such matters.
No, because you do like celestially kinky stuff in your following cult of things, isn't it? Or used to. She says, yes, let's go and answer to Opteo at some point. Or whatever it is you follow.
There's so many, it's hard to keep track.
But Opteo calls to us all. We are his children.
What did this heirloom of yours look like again?
She just says, It's just a family heirloom that meant a lot to my family. It was a sigil and a symbol. My
But
father.
how will I know it when I see it?
She puts a hand on your arm and then removes the hand quickly, realizing it's full of fungus, and just kind of does this like sticky.
Oh, it's gooey too. It's like
yeah.
it
she's
was
like,
a bad choice.
You don't have to worry. I'll know when I see it. And she smiles at you.
Try not to get eaten by a Tyrannosaurus if you can. And then he passes out.
That means he likes her.
Drawing mustaches in the ground.
You know,
And that's it.
for someone who's all about, death comes for all of us, he's really not handling Sir Joseph's death very
So
well.
Joseph was like the closest thing to him, just nonchalant, whatever death is, that's the thing. He felt a kinship.
It is interesting, though, that you are so sorrowfully mourning the only other person in the entire group who was like, yes, death, that's fine.
Everything's fine. If Jas calls for it, it's fine. Yep. No one got him. For a human, he was pretty cool.
Anyway, on with the...
Yeah.
Dawn breaks. There is a definite mist in the air and a fog and a haze, like all the things. It is a rainy day today. Like there's a mist
God.
coming in from the sea.
So I'm just going to be a puddle of a cat then for the day. Bearing in mind I didn't make a shelter or anything, I'm just going to be like... Meh.
A lot more skinny than usual. Same with the possum.
I'm living in your tent, my lovely. I don't know if you forgot that.
Oh no, I didn't. But I mean, when you go outside after a bit, I know we're cozying up in the tent.
I made my oilskin with a bunch of the bamboo sticks that I can now unfurl as a square canopy.
Oh yeah, the canopy.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I just look very upset as you get out, unfurl this thing and just like carrying it around and the water's just like dashing away from you. And I'm just sodden from head to foot as I wake up, just...
There's nothing stopping you joining me under here except for the fact that you're twice my height.
It's a little bit late, I fancy.
I don't know what you're all complaining about. This is fine.
Legit question, bearing in mind I was exhausted yesterday, and I know this is only stupid to ask this, but I didn't manage to create a shelter. The weather hasn't been very nice. Have I actually overcome exhaustion, or...?
I don't know the extent of it, actually. Let's have a look. Let's do a PHB. Been a while since I've done it.
Has he had more than 4 hours sleep before it started raining?
Yes. So I can say you're rested and now just really sodden wet.
Okay, so I'm no
Very
longer
upset.
exhausted, just fucking wet.
A bit miserable, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a wet pussy.
Yep.
As it should be.
So we're all not exhausted anymore, huh?
Correcto. Visibility is somewhat shite.
Okay.
Looking off to Port Neandra, is there any sign of fire still, or...?
You can't see anything from that far now.
It's just rain.
A haze of water. Yeah, it's just a sheet, kind of a wall of just mist, rain, and crap.
I mean, hopefully the rain will have taken care of the fires.
But there's still kind of an arid musk to the air. It kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a metallic smell to it. And it almost smells like a meaty cookie sort of smell as well.
Oh.
Well, the new day comes. Let us see if I'm going to get thrown out of town again. I mean, let us find out if the town is safe.
There's something I might have to mention.
Huh?
Last night when I was, not entirely sure anymore if I was dreaming or not, but something spoke to me and said, death is only the beginning.
Well, duh.
And assuming that I was not dreaming any of this, I woke up and my book, take the book out of my backpack, was making noise as well, and it was warmer than usual. So something odd is going on.
Well, you know, we all had a long day yesterday, and we were all exhausted, and clearly you've gone insane.
I think it takes longer than that.
Well, I hope it's that. And
Ooh, I've
You
rested.
know.
I get hit points. Hang on.
Hey.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was. I just remembered I needed hit points.
well, we'll see, I guess.
Did you by any chance see anything, or was it just a voice?
I didn't see anything.
Azaka, do you know of anything that just says death is the only beginning, only the beginning?
She just shakes her head.
Potato?
No,
Wasn't Erica
what is a potato?
Erica?
I mean, I've got pretty high history scores, but I don't know. Is this something I might have a clue about, TM?
Well, coleslaw more means you're in the tent with her. If you like, did you not notice anything?
No, there would have been nothing audible to Erica.
And to sleep like a log anyway.
Yeah, but
Just like on your back with your paws out, just.
As is the way.
Into the world. They don't call it playing possum for nothing.
Would I know of anything that likes to talk about death just being the beginning?
That
not
would
to
be
you.
you.
It's just like, well, that's obvious. I mean, your
Yeah,
reaction
it's
was
just
a
like-
savage reaction.
No.
Duh.
But things talking to you in your sleep is something that's usually marred with crazy.
Lokai gets really close to Chiom, inspecting her. Cousin, I think she's insane. Just loudly.
Sorry, I was very.
Right.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
you know, let's just hope that's it.
Probably
And
hope.
we'll
Yeah,
get
done.
that done. And yeah, we'll see.
She puts the book away.
None of us can see anything in it, right?
Yeah.
And start packing up my tent and stuff.
Well, I mean, if that's only the beginning, that's good news for the good old Joey, isn't it?
Well, it is. How many days since his death? 7?
Oh, it's been more than that.
Longer than that, isn't it?
2,
Has it been?
5, 9. I want to say 9.
Well, for one more day, death is the end. On the 11th day, whatever's
Joseph
messing with
become a
everything will bring it back.
Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum.
On the 11th day, the dead shall walk again.
We were supposed to fix this before that. And Lokai gets all solemn.
I just look back at the jungle and then look at the turtle and like, fix this in 11 days? You are crazy. You think the tiefling is crazy? You are crazy.
He hasn't responded and he's just kind of staring, but not paying attention. But he's staring directly at you, but not at you, beyond you.
Just looking right
Amelia.
through him.
How
Or
could we
Jim.
stare?
Okay, well, I will be gathering myself together and shaking the water off of my cloak so I can at least not be completely sodden. And looking to the party to see, are we traveling to Nyanzaru or...
Should hop back in the boat, move faster.
Well, I look at the water, and I'm guessing it's all just fog.
Yeah, it's pretty much fog on the water. You just hear the lapping of the waves as it just like comes up the shingles. It's back again.
Okay, so then I look at the turtle. Not sure if it's such a good idea to go on the water right now.
Hold on. I might have something for the fog.
Well, we can't just leave the boat here, can we?
Guess you can drag it along the shore if you want. You're that attached to your boat.
Take it for a walk.
I don't know if gust would help in this particular situation. It only
I
affects
don't believe it does. Not at the scale you're
with
thinking.
fog. It would only be like 5 feet,
Yeah,
which
it
is
would just be like
nothing.
a whoosh, and yeah, it wouldn't be.
Perhaps a very strong solar flare from the sun might do something about it, but other than that.
Do we travel on
For
foot
me,
or?
Spear might get rid of the.
I've navigated foggy weather before.
Don't forget, it's
How
not
did
just
that go?
foggy; it's
Said,
peshing it doing.
Yeah,
me.
yeah, fair enough. No, I out of character, I think we should go on land, but Coleslaw is gonna.
Oh, I know
be like,
coleslaw, but always.
you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water.
Little guy's like hopping in the water.
Okay, so what's the party doing?
Oh, I think we're at the very least taking a morning swim. If I'm reading Loci
I was going to
correctly.
say, I think yeah, it's early morning swim by the looks of it.
God, I wish I was playing like a dull character. I'll just pick the possum. Okay, swim, chuck.
Swim time.
Possum needs bath.
But we have someone who does press it. Oh, she's already. Oh, that's not going to go well for him once she gets her bearings.
Every time you bring the possum out the water, it's like.
Like literally
Yeah.
her bearings, the one she uses to fire her cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
Big bag of metal ball bearings.
Yeah.
That's not gonna go well when she's getting her bearings.
Yeah, don't piss
It'll
off.
be faster in the water, even if we can't see, because I can guiding hand us to where we need to go.
Well, that seems
it's
fair.
such
I think this will be an okay way to do it. Look at the lizard folk and of course, Lord, you are okay to steer the boat in this weather.
Oh yes, sure. I've watched other people do it plenty of times. I'm very confident.
Very encouraging.
So,
Only if we
how
stay close to the shore.
Automate looks at Coleslaw. How many times have you sailed in fog? Weather like this?
Well, I mean, do you mean sitting myself, or have been on a boat who's done so?
Do you have skill at navigating this? He throws a cannon of water.
I mean, I've been on boats in this weather, and I've navigated boats, but not in this weather. But you put 1 and 2 together, you get what 3 something. Someone help me out here.
And he's looking at you sideways, looks at the boat, looks at you, and just goes, "I need a pay rise from this." And just gets into the boat.
It may be better if you don't come with us after this.
You think?
I think he's tending resignation on the matter. Well, Warache will sort of hop into the boat suddenly and dripping and sort of eager to get moving.
Yeah, I guess Kyone also gets on the boat.
I was like, look,
Hooray.
Jumbo will take us there.
Oh.
So we're gonna use Jumba to guide us.
I'm going to use a guiding hand as a ritual to take us to Port Nyanzaru. Through the fog, it doesn't matter. We'll always at least be pointed towards it's over there.
That general direction.
By the way, Ortome, what are you gonna do if it turns out that the place you work at burned down?
I'd always be able to find coins somewhere. I have my trade, and he just like taps his longsword. Sorry, scimitar.
Scimitar.
Taps his scimitar. Unless you fancy coining me up for another session.
Yeah,
I guess not then.
At an inflated price,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah, Mr. Moneybags kind of got eaten by a Tyrannosaurus.
I'm gonna look at Autome briefly and go, so you get paid to go into the jungle? Ah, interesting.
I had got paid. I'm trying to get back now, you could say.
I'm paid, done with that shit. Let's go home, mate. Yep.
Yeah, no, done that, got a t-shirt. Saw my boss get eaten. Right, thanks.
Hey, Orty, you ever thought of becoming a sailor?
Did you say that to Autome?
Yeah.
No. Is there more people like you in the ocean?
Oh man, this is only people like me on the ocean.
Definitely not.
We have to make sure that the retainers are all right. Huey, Dewey, and Louie must be lost without Sir Joseph.
Yeah, they're probably dead.
Well, if not, we have to take care of them, cousin.
They're now the dinosaur race as dinosaurs.
We need to take care of them, cousin. And I just look like I kind of look at the vial of poison that you gave me, and then back to you. Like,
No,
with
not
a
kill them.
concerned look on my
It's
face.
just gone very mafia again. We need to take care of them, eh?
I was just like, why do
worried
you
about
insist on? Why do you constantly insist on me killing people?
I sense in you a will to murder.
Okay.
Shall we
Azaka
say?
kind of shoulders the boat, and she looks at anyone. Are we going today, or will you stay here all day?
Yeah, I'm helping push the boat out. And
Yeah, we're pushing that
Sure.
boat.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you cast off into the Ogin once more.
Big wheels keep on turning. Pure Port Nyanzaru seems to be burning. Rolling, rolling. Sorry, continue.
And suddenly, Coastlaw just sails into the water. Not really sure what happened, but an explosion of ice happened.
Yeah,
and
boat just goes in the water. It was like dive, dive, dive. Silly, dive the boat.
worth it. Worth it. No.
That was it, the Pirates of the Caribbean moment.
Yeah.
He just appears on the- Okay, so you begin a journey for the day. The mist kind of clears up, and you can see a little bit more of distant, and you can see Port Nyanzaru through the grey of the mist. And it's not until about late afternoon when you finally arrive, uninterrupted. You're following the coastline all the way through. You get varying scenic sort of views of the sort of like the rock faces that appear there. You see some pterodactyls sort of nesting into the rocks and crevices, who pay no attention to you.
They pay no attention to us. The P is silent.
Be silent.
Oh, it's on you in a minute.
Oh, cousin, that's good luck.
What, just a pterodactyl, just like, just like all
Jeff
of
Goldblum's
coleslaw.
That's a lot of shit. That's where it's come from.
Now that I think about it, that's probably just something that everyone tells themselves to make them feel better about a really smelly situation.
Yeah. Really shitty situation, don't you?
Yeah.
So as Port Nasru comes more into view and the detail of it comes to light, I'm just going to flip you back to the old scenario.
Are we getting a new map? Well, a new old map.
A new old map of Port Nasru.
Oh,
I'm going to draw a very shitty boat because my drawing skills with the mouse is...
That's right, I'm waiting for the map to load.
Okay, it's probably like...
So, here we go.
Tell you what, I'm going to have to do it twice. I can just copy it.
Just make a square.
Square.
Same
It wasn't a
raft.
square, though.
Both side by side. That's near damn it square shaped.
Square.
Squirrel.
Square.
Where's the vote happening?
Working on
In
it.
the dock.
Up near number
Top right.
9.
Top right.
Oh, we're right by the Temple of...
I've not
was it?
finished yet.
Oh, there it
Just
is.
trying to draw the fucking thing.
The Temple of Soon.
Yeah, the Temple of Soon.
You appear here, and the walls seem attacked. A lot of this area around, let me just squibble,
Oh, we're getting squiggles.
here seems to be smouldering or on fire.
I mean, it used to be the Temple of Soon when we were last here, but that was a while ago. So maybe it's the Temple of just about now.
The Temple of a minute ago.
Some time ago in a galaxy far, far away. As your raft
Soon.
or contraption.
If they're the Temple of Soon, does that mean they're wannabes?
What?
I don't get it.
I'm sorry, no one gets it.
What?
Because
Soon.
it's soon, they are want to bees. They're wannabes.
I mean, I'm gonna give
Maybe.
you like a strong 2 out of 10 for that pun.
Yeah, I don't have anything to.
Yeah, that went way over our heads.
Yeah, intellectual. I get it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll admit
Yeah,
when I.
Vola, you're too dumb. You didn't understand it. Is basically what
Yeah,
she just said.
Vola.
Yeah, god damn it.
Oh, thanks for explaining it like that to me. Like I didn't understand.
That's right. I've got you covered, mate. Don't worry about it. Where do you guys want to make?
Right by the fire, of course.
Yeah, I mean, is there any? Are we visually? Can we see any fire other than you said about the smouldering bit? But
Well, this is the bit that was on fire.
so it's that bit that was on fire.
Yeah.
And we've gone past
mean-
that.
Do we care? I say we go here. Well, I mean, normally I would say we actually make port at the docks.
Well, I mean, yeah.
At
Let's get around to the.
Yeah, let's go to the docks.
E4 splash. You get to about. Can you see where it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the nicely animated little boats.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it?
With a little stripe on it, you got a nice
Ooh.
smiley. Oh.
Okay, in which case we
Upgrade.
fire the 1400 millimeter howitzers.
I'm afraid you need to build additional pylons. Let's make it. There we go. So your raft sort of ricketily makes its way, lumbering quite a lot to it's quite a large open body of water here, and it's like, ooh, okay, this is quite a lot.
I'll just be clinging on with my claws dug into the bottom of the...
We're fine. We're fine.
As you make it a bit further along, you hear a bump against the boat.
It's a catamaran, not a pussymaran. Oh, wait, never mind. Panic, we got bumped.
Thanks, Mr. Sailor Man. Oh no, slight bump. Everyone abandon ship.
Automate's like, what was that? Not again.
I poke my head under the water.
I
Do I
just
see
look
anything?
toward the shoreline and think,
yeah,
that
you
is
see
very far
teeth.
away.
Something's going to eat us.
It comes towards you very rapidly.
Ah. I pop my head up and go, and I assume something happens.
Just as soon as you lift your head up, you see. Let's have a look.
Angry Teeth Model 3.
Not gonna see Terry.
Terry Crews?
Terry Crews. Just
like Terry
X
Crews.
popping along.
Well, hello there.
Old Spice! Power!
Bruce comes and butts up against the boat and then swims away.
Oh. They're nothing.
You begin to notice kind of a set of fins that are now circling around your vessel.
I grab one of the oars and indicate to my fellow companions that they probably ought to grab some oars because they're really good for shark nose bapping.
Oars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oars.
Yeah, the thing to row a
we have
boat with.
oars.
Hands are good as well.
Paddles.
What hands?
Oh.
Down the side of underneath the ships, that's where we put these
Yeah.
So,
plans.
if this thing's circling us and its fin is visible,
I assume
can
it's
I
shark
put a
fin.
longbow shot at where I think its head is?
You can fire off a shot. Do you want to make me a attack roll?
Sure.
Let me just look something up.
Looking up details.
Oh, that's gonna go well.
19.
Oh, Jesus.
What, that hits?
Yeah, she's just like, shark! Thung.
I don't need to look. That's it.
Yeah. Its name is Bruce.
Wait. Is it not in here?
Sharks aren't in there?
It is, but it's just D&D books are notoriously unintuitive. Like they just plop stuff. They got so much detail. It's just like bit there, bit there, bit there. So
That's
when you
what the
try and
index-
find something,
Have a look in the index. It's in alphabetical order.
yeah, I don't think it's in there. It's not. So it's probably going to be in creatures, miscellaneous, which I did have a look at. Page 317. Do you want to do
don't
damage
think
if you haven't done already?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because it's going to hit.
10.
10 piercing damage.
You slap an arrow into this thing, and it kind of you just see it sort of skirt off, and like a plume of blood appears where it once was. There are many more sort of fins that are now appearing around.
Around?
Around. Did you hear?
Yeah.
Well, maybe now they'll eat each other instead.
Oh,
Hello.
here we go. Got it. Disgusting. There we go. Yeah, so there was many more fins around Jerry, and you're continuing to up to Alt tab, move along, and they continue to circle around the boat, but keep their distance. Did I hear
We'll
it?
be fine. Just keep firing at them.
Oh?
And as you get about here, as quickly as they appeared, they disappear. Like they go under the wave, they all just instantly just disappear.
That's probably fine.
Oh, don't worry.
Second.
Cousin, you know there's perfectly good enough reason to worry.
Can we go a bit closer to the land?
Nope, don't want to hit any of the rocks.
this is the port. I can't imagine there's too many rocks over here.
Sorry, guys, I had this page open a second ago, but it's between books. Locate.
Uh-oh.
Music ends.
I saw a yawn.
Who's yawning?
It's gone 9:30. That's normal yawn o'clock for me.
Oh, is
I
it?
mean,
It's true.
think about it. Think about this for a second, Jake. He saw a yawn. There's 3 cameras.
Ah, deduction.
I yawned at the same time, actually. So
Really? Oh.
synchronized yawn. Okay,
But you couldn't see because of the hat.
let's come back to this. We've got a little bit left of time. The sea ahead of you rolls and churns, and waves crash over the bow of your little raft. Driven by saw-toothed hills rising from the heaving foam, water streams off of rising crags like rivers crashing down a mountainside.
Mm.
At last, the emerging island stops growing in size. Although the sea around it still tosses your ship like a drifting feather, then a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves and sprays you full of water. And though the drifting rainbow-crossed mist, you see an immense beak and a milky eye the size of a hogshead staring at you.
Is this that
Blindly in
dragon
your
you were
direction.
talking about?
Well, cousin, looks like you got your wish.
Oh,
Paul says with a grin.
hi!
Fine. And I start going through my.
Oh, hold on a
Right.
second. Kyone, hold on. Maybe we should talk to it first. Before you start throwing money at it, you might piss it off.
Well,
Well, you talk to it then.
you're lucky. He
As
speaks
the water begins to calm, you also notice the sharks become back to circle your ship again.
he speaks the tongue of the dragons.
Ah, so I don't need to cast anything special. In Draconic.
Does
Call it.
anybody speak Draconic?
Yeah.
Several of us.
Well, me and
Michion.
No, I
And-
don't.
no.
What? Oh, you
No.
speak Infernal.
Yeah, it was Sir Joseph, I think, who spoke.
Ah,
No,
so you and me.
I was an infernal speaker as well.
Oh, sorry.
The pseudo dragon speaks Draconic, and the pseudo dragon talks to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's useful. So
Does
Erica
that
can
mean
hear.
we could actually speak to the pseudo dragon in Draconic if we wanted to? Okay.
The pseudo dragon only communicates with Erica through
Ah,
telepathic.
fair enough.
You can talk to it, but it won't talk back to you. But yeah,
So-
Tortle. Shy guy took Tortle.
I assume Atsuna is going to say something first, so go on, Gene.
You just hear a rumbling. For those who doesn't speak Draconic, you hear like a grumbling, and like the water just like shakes, and even the boat shakes that you're on. Even though the two are not necessarily connected, you can just feel the vibrations through your chest as well. Those who speak Draconic, tribute must paid. And the eye just stares at you closer.
He wants tribute.
I snarl back in Draconic. Well, I talk normal in Draconic, but it sounds like snarls, obviously, to everyone else.
Mm.
Oh, great attune of Port Nyanzaru. How much gold does ye require?
Give tribute. And he kind of buffets the water towards you, and for a brief moment, the boat looks like it's about to capsize, but stabilizes itself. Tribute must be paid.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Maybe we should just start throwing coins in the water.
Suppose so. I have no
How
use
much
for
does it
these.
want?
He doesn't say. So I start throwing the coin.
I'll throw in 5 gold pieces and see what happens.
Yeah.
Is this a beast or a construct?
It's
It's very beastly.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a big one.
I'll flip a gold coin out of my pocket.
So how much is that? Okay, let me get a tally of this. So Amelia, you've done 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula, you're chucking 1. Is that correct?
Yep. And I'm wide-eyed in some astonishment. I sort of look to Coldstone and go, well, this is not what I expected. Usually, hustles go a little bit more calmly than this.
I'm actually gonna throw in 10 gold pieces.
I actually thought it was just a legend, and that you're talking one of your crazy stories.
Azaka and Automate chuck in 2 gold pieces each, so that brings it to 18.
And Lokai does 5.
Okay, so that brings it to 23. Anybody else?
And everyone looks at Erica.
Yep, I'm putting in 7. I was trying to do the maths.
Those who speak Draconic, the turtle kind of just races towards you and just buffets the boat and casts a wave over you all. Oh.
All right.
Well, how much more? This will go a lot faster if you just tell us how much you need.
So what? We've given it 30 gold apiece. Well, we've given it 30 gold. Hang on. So, how many of us are there in the party? We are. What?
Turin begins to circle your vessel, and it's creating a kind of like an eddy, and you're following the sort of the two. Your contraption kind of follows the turtle as it goes around, and the mass of this giant island that is the back of his turtle just kind of keeps going around you, and he's studying the whole time. The milky white eyes look.
Is this a god? Like, I know of this as a god?
It's a dragon turtle.
It's certainly a big old thing, which, quite frankly, I'm not wanting to annoy now that it's here and being all big and angry.
That it wants more because it doesn't look happy.
Yeah, it's tune once more, I guess. I'm gonna throw in another 10.
Me too. I throw in 10.
A tune? Like, if you tell us how much, like, we can just give it to you all at once. I promise.
So he turns to look at you, his head comes around, and just snaps his beak at you and just goes,
Oh, now I'm dead?
No, he just
now you're
snaps.
dead.
He just snaps at you. Not.
All right, well, then we're going to do it this way. Until he fucking says it, 1.
Just bling!
Just
bling,
1 at a fucking
bling,
time until
bling.
he goddamn talks to me like an adult.
Well, hold on. I've thrown in 10. Kyone's thrown in 10.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to get into this line of business. This looks very, very lucrative.
Oh yes, all you need to do is become a giant fuck off sea monster.
Well,
If you give me a little bit, I've been working on something called polymorph. We might be able to do something with that.
So far I've got 50 gold pieces that's chucked in so far.
I'm going to give Lokai my 7 copper pieces so that he can huzz it at the frigging thing, because I'm unimpressed with this.
Why do you give her... I chucked the 7 at him. They're copper.
Fine.
What about Warache and the 2 NPCs?
I look at you and sort of pat my cloak down and go, you do remember, I was captured. I lost everything.
They literally up tip 5 gold pieces each, and they're starting to look like I'm running out of coin here. Your dag, you hear a voice where our shit is just like,
oh dear. In which case, for what it's worth, having heard that, I will throw out 3 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces. Just pulling just bits of change out of various pockets and just throwing it off the side of the boat.
Oh, interesting. Wonder what that's all about.
Azaka, do you know how much?
And I sort of look around and go, okay, now it's time to put the money in the water.
Greater Turin must be pleased. She seems very panicked and just like...
No idea how much?
You know, could we have avoided this nonsense if we would have just walked around?
Yes.
Well,
Now's not the time to say a hindsight.
But it would have taken another day.
well, Toon was especially demanding today.
It almost sounds like you're in with this creature.
I mean, yeah, it's like setting up the hustle.
Oh, great!
Cousin.
I gave away the most money here.
Well, yeah, that's easy if you get half of it back afterwards.
Oh, great Toon! Will that be enough to keep these sharks away from us?
Don't give a fuck.
The vibrations becoming
All
loud,
right,
and he says,
I'll get out the golden holy symbol which I had found and go, oh well, just huzz it off the side of the boat.
Wait, the golden hole.
You don't need to know about this.
Fair enough.
What was that?
"Don't worry about it."
How much is a platinum piece again?
It's 10.
I've got 85 as the current value of things right now. 85 gold, 6 silver, and 7 copper.
I'm guessing he wants 100.
I chuck another one at
I'm
him.
throwing in a platinum piece.
Okay, so that's 96.607. He buffets the boat again. The boat is taking on a bit of water now.
Erika, do you have another 10 gold pieces?
I'm currently bailing out some water, thank you very much. I can't throw that far.
If you just told us how much you need, was it like 1,000 gold? Is it 100 gold? Is
I
it
don't
what?
think it's time to argue. If we have money,
No,
put
argue.
it in the
I
water.
give it to him. But if he doesn't say
No,
how much,
just put the money in the water.
just
I
give
don't.
it- just
what
give
is
it
with
some
this?
more.
Hold on. No. Why does this thing need money?
Look at the size of the thing.
Why does it need money? I'm sorry. I'm not. Am I insane?
Yes.
This is a godlike creature. Why does it need money?
Great Toon just brings a watchtower.
You're bloody insane.
Oh, no,
It's gonna eat you.
It's like, it's like a water dial / sundial.
Water
Oh,
dial.
nice.
I'm throwing 5 more gold coins. You're killing me here.
You're breaking my balls.
Yeah. Toon, you're breaking my
Why you
cloaca
gotta
here.
fuck me here? You get another one from me, because I mean, until he tells me how much, I don't.
I currently have the value at 102 gold pieces, 6 silver, and 7 copper. He snaps at your mass and just rips it out.
Oh shit.
All alarm bells are going in your end, Rich.
Yeah, so I am now like clawing at people like, put the money in the water.
Oh, you can't swim very well.
I'm
just like,
I throw in 2 more platinum pieces.
how large is this creature? What would it be?
Oh, it's
Gigantic.
How
fucking
many squares
massive.
is this?
It's
Hold on.
gigantic.
Okay.
It was described as a floating island.
Island. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It is 1-to-1 scale with the map.
1-to-1 with the map.
Yep. And,
Oh, okay, so it's fucking enormous. All right.
yeah. Just look at the buildings that are in this place.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you imagine? You remember Madame Tussauds, the House of Respute that you went to? It's like
Hmm.
bigger than that complex. That is.
So Lokai, who cares why it wants the fucking gold?
I just don't understand, like, why it needs it. It's
I'm
just
gonna-
weird as I chuck another gold coin at it.
I'm just gonna draw my dagger, hold it out at Lokai, and just put the fucking money in the water.
And Lokai just into his shell. Okay, that's a pretty good picture.
And your boat is way smaller than that.
I don't anticipate that thing's very fast, though.
Did you not listen to the bloody song?
I listened to the bloody song, but it doesn't make any sense, cousin.
It's still circling us and looking at us
So the
with a
big-
big, gigantic eye, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's
your
just
boat is
bitten
just
off
spinning
our-
around in circles
it's
right now.
bitten our
Like,
mast
the
off.
cat's not having a good time right now.
I look at it in its eye, and in Infernal, I say, "You better be counting how much I'm throwing in."
More.
What's it say back?
You got its answer.
Just more.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said more.
Fucking
I did
hell.
chuck one at it while he was pointing his knife at me, just like a hand came out of the shell and chucked one at it.
It's still saying more. What it does, it kind of lifts the boat out of the water and makes it crash into the water again. It's very little that's keeping his boat afloat right now.
Right. I'm going to throw, and this is a desperation, 50 gold pieces. God damn it.
Cousin,
Lokai, if you want to live, just throw in all of your money.
don't really need this for anything, but I just want to know why it's needed.
Well, ask it afterwards.
Yeah, we can have the business discussion after the transaction.
After I give you this money, can you at least talk to me for like 2 minutes?
It stops circling the boat.
Keeping in mind,
It just
already-
comes up, and it comes up to like really close to you. You can smell its breath, which is just foul, putrid.
Awesome.
yeah, I flew
And
in
you can
50 more.
its breath just like goes over you, and you can feel like the spores are just like.
Oh, it's probably wonderful.
And its head is just fucking huge. It's the size of a building, and it's just like, appease me.
Oh.
Still.
Wait, what did you say? Appease me? What?
Still. Oh.
Well, I threw in 50. I'm running low. In total, I've thrown in like what?
Oh,
You've thrown in most of your money.
Yeah.
Stop throwing in money.
I think I've thrown in 45.
I've
Something like
thrown in
that.
like 70, 75, I think.
Okay, he's like, takes out the gold and he's like, tosses
much-
in 100 coins at him. Stuff is pointless anyway. One zircon.
why not? Why
Well-
not?
You basically get a spray, a jet of water go over you as it just exhales, and it doesn't say anything anymore, and it just looks at you with the eye, blinks, and sinks under the wave. And as it goes under, the boat just fills in the wake, and you're like drawn around slowly, and you fill in this swirl of water.
I call out in Draconic. What do you use it for? Just tell me what you use it for. That's all I want to know. I don't care anything else. Just what do you use it for, please?
I just like look ahead, and I just say in common, "Okay, pleasure doing business with you."
Just like straight face, like very nice, goodbye.
As you look towards Port Andrew, there seems to be a bit of a crowd that's now forming up across this bit here. And you can see some of them are just like, oh. You can guarantee in this sort of ragtag town there were some wages put on your events happening.
Oh, he's just fucking left?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I go after him. I fucking swim down after. I was like, what do you use some money for?
From jumping in the water.
You can't stop a 500-pound turtle from jumping in the water. I own maybe.
Do you
I'll
go
try.
in the water?
Yeah, I'm curious. Seriously, I have to know.
I won't stop him.
I'm not.
I'm just, I'm frantically pulling at Coleslaw's arms, just like steer the boat, man. Please get us to port.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I dive and I try to catch, and I just am screaming, "What do you use it for? It's still floating down. You haven't even picked it up."
Damn it, look,
How deep is the port here, by the way?
It's deep enough to hide a dragon turtle.
Fair enough.
Luckily, somebody here had spent most of the evening building a turbine, and turbines are also quite handy for pumping water out as well as water. So I will be continuing.
luckily that.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say I will continue to finish emptying the boat of water the quick way.
Have you created a bilge pump?
Yeah, basically. That's
Yeah,
all the
but that-
turbine is.
That same person, I think, didn't even throw in any money.
Yes, they did. Thank you very much.
Like a
She
cop.
threw in like a couple coppers and some silver.
And some gold, thank you.
Oh, I only know the one that you threw at me to throw at it, because you were busy. So.
I gave you a fistful of copper to throw at him because he was
That's right.
at me by that point, but yes.
Still chasing it. Like.
Azaka and just seems like an automate's just like, fuck these guys. I'm so leaving these guys as soon as I hit that shoreline. Total.
Yeah.
You see the tail of Greater Turin just kind of go into the depths. What you don't see is the sudden impact of something hitting you in the side. Give me a second. That's
New chickens.
Yeah, those are aquatic chickens.
Best kinds of chickens.
Sea chickens.
does a 12 hit your armor class?
Not even close.
Something just pushes you in the water and just kind of just doesn't quite wind you, but just fucking pelts you at like 30 miles an hour.
Bump.
As you look around, a shark has just tried to bite into your shell. Have you tasted a bit of shroomology that's going on around the shell itself? But spits you back out again. And you see more sharks making their way towards you.
So what to do? She shakes you down and then sends the pack anyway. Like, that's a bad shakedown.
I turn to look at the shark that bit me and cast Speak with Animals. You better fuck off before I turn you into rot. I'm not in the mood right now.
Kind of not the apex predator right now.
The response you get from shark is feed frenzy.
Good times. Well,
Lunchtime.
look, I just ignores him and keeps swimming down till he actually makes a hit.
What, until you hit the floor?
Till I get close enough to the turtle that it responds to me.
You're not gonna catch up to the
The
fucking
turtle's
giant
just
turtle.
fucking gone.
Yeah.
It's very deep. I don't know how deep turtles can swim.
There's nothing that says about the crushing weight.
Yeah, like there's
I don't know
there's
if
no
D&D
real
goes into that.
Yeah, it doesn't scope for that in this. It certainly doesn't.
I could technically swim downwards for an hour and then I would start suffocating.
But you also start being crushed.
I don't know. I guess I just start. I let the shark that's gnawing on me have a hail of spores. So have it make a Constitution check.
Oh, here we go. So at
Does that work?
at 200 feet down, it's 1d6
fine.
damage every minute.
I will also point out that sea turtles can dive to more than 1,000 meters.
Well, at 1,000 feet of depth,
3,000.
it becomes a DC 35 con save against 66 per minute.
Damn.
And he's not a sea turtle, he's a sea turtle human-esque kind of
Yeah,
thing.
a turtle, if you will.
A swamp widget.
So I just retreat into my shell, bringing my AC up to like it was 21 or 19, somewhere around there.
Do you float?
Yeah, I'm a turtle.
Okay. So you bob to the surface.
Essentially, just slowly rise to the surface.
Like, how
Unless
far
it
away is
takes
he at
me.
this point? Because
It takes me with it, you know, because it did bite me. It just didn't hurt me.
Does 22 hit your armor class?
22, yeah, that hits.
You take 19 piercing damage.
Nom 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 nom.
oh, shit just got real, didn't it?
Yeah, a shark is currently trying to feast on.
Yeah, this might be the end.
Yeah. And I don't know
This
if we're
is
in a
all
position
under
to
the
help you.
waves, so we can't see that.
You have no idea.
He makes it to the surface, but on the way up, he took a bite. So it's just a turtle that's on the surface, and there's a bit of blood in the water now. Green
Oh,
blood.
but how-
Do we
Is it
believe
with me?
Is what?
The shark.
There's sharks around you, like all over the place.
Yeah,
Do
and
I
I'm
see
not.
them too?
You see fins on the surface. You see the impact as a flurry of water goes towards the turtle shell.
The question is as
Right.
well, how far away is he from us already?
Say about 40 feet. Let's go 40 feet because he did swim away.
I will put the spider bot on the back of the boat and direct it to give us a bit of oomph towards the stricken turtle.
Yeah, and if I see a chance to shoot one of the sharks, I will.
longbow?
I fucking
Yeah, shark
fry
bite.
the shark that bit me.
I'll shoot the ones that are closest to the shell that's floating.
I go, God damn it, and I start pointing the boat. Like, Erica, get that.
Oh well,
Weird
since
engine
we're doing
again
it
ready.
this way, I'll burn a wild shape to take some temporary hit points. And then I'm gonna rot it.
We don't have a mast anymore, so let's use that turbine.
Just let me know if I need to roll.
So I'm not going to really do initiatives. I'm just going to go through. There's going to be 3 sharks. I suppose I should
Back
do
to
initiatives.
28. Awesome.
Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pause it here because it is late,
Okie dokie.
Aww.
and I have been up since since
Yeah,
4
that's
o'clock in the morning.
fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll get that other character ready.
God
Shark
damn
infested
it.
waters.
Why is Lokai such an idiot, such a reckless idiot?
He's playing his character. I mean,
Yeah, I
can't
know.
ask for any
That's
more.
part of it.
I know. He did it perfectly.
He just
I
doesn't
thought it-
understand. Like,
I
why
thought
do you
something as
want
well.
gold? What? You
See-
can have anything.
All I can think of is there must be an absolute hoard of treasure down there.
Just down below. Like, if we got
thing
down
is-
there.
The thing
Fuck.
is, he's not just a turtle; he's a dragon turtle. What do
Yeah,
dragons do?
well, dragon turtle.
They do
smell.
hoard. Fair enough. Oh, he's dead, by the way. Like,
What? Lokai?
kill that turtle and take his shit.
Just come back and be like, right then, I'm angry now.
All right, if you want to end up like Captain Drail.
Trying to see if there's an image of one just to give. Yeah, dragon turtles are huge. They come in varying sizes. The one that is outside of Port Nyanzaru, I think symbionic. Is that the thing where they have a mutual relationship with the ecosystem, like 2 different? Yeah. So the dragon turtle has that relationship with Port Nyanzaru, whereby it protects the harbour. The cost is appeasing it, paying tribute.
Protects, like in the sign, protects it from storms and shit.
No,
Yeah.
makes Kraken and Leviathan keep away.
Oh,
As the song says. And it's kind of a normal day event that a Turin might every now and again snap up a boat.
And the thing is, you guys saw that happening. Well, hold on. Is it meta if I mention
Oh, I was just about to mention it.
Yeah, like you guys have seen it
no,
happen.
They did see it happen. It was so Joseph saw it,
Saw what?
Who's that?
or somebody saw it. Somebody
He's
looked
dead.
out to the harbour, and they just saw a boat get snapped in half and get sucked in and disappear.
I
Huh.
don't remember that.
We weren't there.
Like you guys, we saw it happening, and you guys even went, "Oh, I'm so glad we didn't take the water like you suggested." Like I would have been.
I'm
fine.
starting to think that we should just stop listening to Coleslaw with his water.
Hmm.
But it was so much faster. It would have taken another day.
Exactly, and it's not like I mean, no, well, you're fucked, but the rest of us, we're fine.
Exactly. Most of the party survives. It's all right.
Yeah,
We
you
are-
have to do. Have you taken your health off, by the way? That 19.
Did you put the 16 back?
I've not touched your health, mate. So have you put the 16 back?
I did.
Okay, right. Well, there we go. That's fine. Then.
I thought you said that you took the 19, so I was like, "Oh, did you put the 16 back?" That's...
No. I asked if you've taken it.
Yep.
You'll be fine, okay. We'll get you.
There's 3 sharks, and they can roll 20 some. Probably not.
Well,
Well, we'll fire some arrows at them. We'll get the boat over.
Yeah, make it look like something was being done.
make it look like an effort.
Do sharks actually fight if they get attacked back?
I guess you'll have to find out.
No, I mean like regardless of this game, just real sharks.
No,
It depends.
Yeah.
you attack them, they fuck off usually.
Hard in the nose.
Just punch them in the going the right way, not the
I've
wrong
seen a
way.
couple of videos of tiger sharks that somebody has punched one in the face and it came back and kept coming back.
Yeah,
Keep
okay, but
punching it.
tiger sharks are really aggressive.
Assistant.
It's just a
Well, that
little
was fun.
buggers.
So, not my time to nearly die.
For once. Yeah, that was. I mean, we made a lot of progress that session.
Did we though?
Remember, though, you have to get his body back.
Whatever's left of it.
Yep.
Shark fin soup or turtle fin soup.
You have to put it under a tree. You promised.
Where the hell are we going to find a tree in the middle of this friggin' sea?
That's not my problem. Somebody promised me a burial under a tree.
Who promised him that?
Yeah.
Coleslaw.
Oh,
Shit, did
God.
I?
Yes, we did.
You're laughing. It's like, well, fuck.
I told you I would not let you rot. I would take you to the ocean to rot you. And you
Oh
said,
yeah.
I wouldn't let you drown at sea. I will take your body and put it under a
No,
tree.
no. I said that I wouldn't eat you if you died.
Wait,
Oh, that's
I
right.
needed a GP.
Gold pieces.
I think that's the amount of money we just threw away.
Jeez.
That's a lot
I threw
of money.
100 at the end.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Eh,
Tribute paid.
Lokai doesn't care about the money. It wasn't about keeping the money. It was just like he could not grasp why you wanted so much money. Eventually, it's just going to be a mountain of gold coming out of the thing, and no one's going to be able to use the port anyway.
Maybe he eats it.
Oh, maybe. They usually just keep it, and just keep it as a hoard. They're really greedy fucks.
Yeah, it's traditional dragons.
Yeah.
It's just a hoarding nature.
Oh well, next time back into port, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, you'll be met with a
sharks.
brand new character.
Yeah, just like some guy we've never met who suddenly we become chums with.
Named Kylo.
Kylo. Jolo.
Jolo. I hope he's a barbarian and just permanently rage and like Jolo.
Permanently rages, but he doesn't get the buffs from it all the time. he's just always pissed.
So
Biggest yeetus.
Oh dear.
I guess inspiration point for the session.
Yeah, let's poon one of those out. Who's got inspo this time?
Who doesn't have?
I think, and I don't want to be an absolute douchebag, because it's in my nature to be douchebaggery about such matters. But I don't want the party to have overloaded amounts of inspiration.
We did use up a lot of them.
We
The
do have
last-
to get one each.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's... At any stage, we should all be allowed to have an inspiration point that's on call.
We used 3 on one instance,
On one battle.
Yeah,
Like,
but...
and it didn't do us that good in the long run.
No,
I
but...
disagree. If you've earned it, you get it.
Fair enough. I'm outvoted on the matter.
That's
There we
me.
go.
I'm sorry, mate.
So, no, it's cool. I just think that it can be
it's essentially
destabilizing.
A reroll.
I just like the idea of it being there. Like, for somebody, you have a really shitty time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did that thing back then. Why don't you have a chance?
Yeah, fair enough.
I just like
Well,
that.
that's fair.
Doesn't mean you're going to have a good roll. Let's face it.
Just
gonna-
an extra chance.
I'm gonna nominate Coleslaw for the theme
Oh yeah, the song.
and the RP. Maybe
Thank
for
you.
Archie because you made me laugh a few times as well with your RP, especially at the end of the.
Throw in the bloody money.
And otherwise, it's Wardle for sticking to the character.
Already got one.
Already have one.
Oh, yeah. And don't give inspiration to someone who's going to be dead in the next season. Don't do that.
Well, that's, that,
Song. You haven't
how
already
are-
got one.
sorry, go on.
You haven't already got one. I'm putting my vote in for Coleslaw with his effort in the song.
Yeah, I think that a decent song deserves a reward for.
Mate, every time you give a song, you're going to get the inspiration point. So burn it before you do it. Because, yeah, like, nothing beats that. That's hard to do. So-
It was a good song as well.
Yeah.
Think
The
that's-
RP around it.
Yeah.
I've had that song stored
A
since
long time.
before we left Port
But yeah, but
Kanzeri.
it was brought into the game in such a way that it was like
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Oh, what
Yeah.
are you on about? Oh, well, hello. That was good.
so. There we go. That one.
So if you don't have one, take one.
Yeah, I do not have one because I used one last time.
There you go then.
Thank you.
Happy days. Well, thank you everyone for playing. Climbing along again for another Saturday evening. I'm actually going to look forward to see what happens next session. But,
I already know. 3 you said there were?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Yeah,
But if we
I
can
think
get
you
to you
will
on
have
time,
fun.
if we can get you on board in time,
Well, we haven't started an initiative yet, but the thing is with water combat, I'm not 100% sure how that works if you're not a fucking water elemental. So,
Well, spears and arrows, so who knows?
Yeah, and
I mean, I use
Karen's already
spells, but-
proven worthy. So next time.
same bat time, same bat channel.
same dragon
And there's your
time,
copyright
same
strike.
Dungeon channel.
Okay. No, that's right.